Good evening, good evening, good evening, evening. This is your Wizard in a Blizzard, your electric scimitar, mystical machine gun, welcoming you back to the future, back to Beyond Coast, back to home, back to Policenauts. Now, we are not exactly where we left you off last time. Since we last left off with Policenauts way back in March, with the wild roller coaster ride that was Redemption Month behind us. I didn't turn on my PlayStation sign. Oh, well, that's all right. It's white. It can just be white tonight. The computer I was using died. I was running DuckStation. I was emulating it that way. And yeah, that ain't here. And my actual replacement tower got here today. And I tried. I rushed. I was excited. F800, sorry. Welcome in. I was rushing in. I was doing it. I was like, we can do this. We can get DuckStation. Everything's on OneDrive. So I've got the memory card. We can do this. And even though the new tower has a HDMI output, it was not outputting through the capture card. And I was like, oh no, have I got this and the HDMI doesn't work? Plug the HDMI in directly. And it worked. So that's the problem I have to solve. The way I use the tower is that I capture card, and so I'm sharing the load between the two PCs. Maybe there's HTTP in Windows 11. No idea. We'll figure this out. I don't think it's on the NVIDIA card, the NVIDIA software, because the previous tower had this in it, and that had NVIDIA, like GeForce Experience, and it let me stream from HDMI just fine. So, things to solve. The new tower, I was all set to put this in, but being an old man with a very old computer, I didn't realize these SSD bizzos are like these little things now. So it's like, where am I going to put this? But I want to put it in, so I'll figure that out too. So I've only got 2 terabytes on it at the moment. Can't stream from it. I want to connect my old hard drive to it, make sure I haven't lost any video files. Anyway, we are on the PlayStation 3. I played back up to where we were. And Policenauts has, when it loads, a summary screen with no sound. There we go. Act 1, Beyond. Jonathan's ex-wife Lorraine requests he look for her husband, but shortly after is murdered by an unknown assailant. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Oh my God, it didn't wait for me to read it. Read it for yourselves. No, we're looking for Hojo. Well, we're looking for who murdered her husband. Lorraine got murdered. She got bombed. There was a car bomb. We chased the assailant, who may have been a Frozener, who has artificial blood and that sort of thing. Frozeners being the police here on Beyond Coast. Lorraine also gave us 4 pills, 4 capsules, and a leaf. And we've just had Victor here in the Vice Squad, well, not the Vice Squad, but in Beyond Coast Police, analyze those capsules. They're all normal medicines, but there is a logo, a Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals logo on each capsule, Tokugawa being one of our fellow Policenauts. But these capsules are all missing a section of that logo. What does it mean? We don't know yet. And the leaf is a normal leaf, but it's a black poppy leaf. Beyond Coast has a bit of a problem with a drug called narc. So that's where we left off. We met our old Policenauts partner, Ed. We are Jonathan. We met the Vice Squad, including Meryl Silverberg. What? Meryl? And yeah, so here we are. So thanks for your time, Victor. We're back at Vice. And this is where we get into any new developments? Yeah? Let's ask about narc. Oh, we also met Gates. So the title of the game is Policenauts. I'm doing this because it's been a month. I did post the VOD on YouTube on Monday, but in case you haven't watched that, Tuesday, whatever day. We're Jonathan Ingram. We were a Policenaut, which means we were a group of 5 or 6. No, thank you, Brian. 673. Fantabulous. Right. Cool. No advertising, please. So we're Jonathan Ingram. We were a Policenaut, which is a group of 5 police officers from around the world who were sent up into space. Ed Brown was our partner from the LAPD. There's also Tokugawa, Gates from Scotland Yard, and I forgot the other guy's name. So we've met Gates. Gates is the head of Beyond Coast Police. Ed is in Vice, and Tokugawa is the head of a big pharmaceutical company. And Jonathan got blasted into space for 20 years, and he hibernated in his suit, so he's younger than everybody. That's probably about all you need to know for now. I saw a news story on narc on my flight here. You guys aren't in charge of narc, are you? It's not easy getting narc off the streets. AP's been on it, but it might be too big a thing even for them. Can we show anything? Okay, no, maybe we need to go somewhere else. So we've been to forensics. Ed, can we go explore? Oh, we can still go to Lorraine's home. So maybe we need to just...
BCP の正面玄関のロビーだ。大きさを無視すれば、ホームの警察と大差はないはずだ。整然としすぎてるかな。
So yeah, Ed's showing us around as well. Ah, okay. What's the big rush? You barely know anything about this place. We have a certain way of doing things here. You have to understand that. Now, where did Agent Cooper go off to? Diane's looking for him. Twin Peaks. Don't talk to that guy. He's a police drama nut. He ain't one of us. He's a cop here. They used to do what AP does now. So they got the AP, that's the frozeners and everything. That's Bob, one of the desk sergeants. All he does is talk about people behind their backs. I don't like the guy. He's one of those desk jockeys who thinks his shit doesn't stink. Find what you're looking for, detective? Just getting started. Hey, Ed, now you can add babysitting terrestrial douches to your job description. I still can't believe you flew all this way to see Ed. I still can't believe you won't shut the hell up. He's always like this. Trust me. Just let it go. Okay. Apparently, these are Romanesque columns. Pretty nice, huh? The concept they had for this place was supposed to be a fusion of technology and high art, right? Okay, so we've been everywhere. We've been everywhere, man. So I don't. This is a similar issue we had with. It's the same way the Snatcher works. Maybe we need to talk to Victor more because I saved pretty much after he gave us his spiel. You've gotten used to things around this place. Okay, that's his medical gown. Victor, I'm listening. So let's ask about the pharmaceuticals. Okay. Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals is the Tokugawa Group's biggest moneymaker after Tokugawa Heavy Industries, Tokugawa Electronics, and Tokugawa Construction. They're one of the first companies to expand into space development. They developed the first made-in-space versions of drugs like interferon and neurokinase. They are practically an overnight success. The development of the immunosuppressive wonder drug Cipralidine used in organ transplants revolutionized pharmacology. You try and do a voice when you're reading words you've never read before. It's very difficult. I don't know what this accent is going there. It's all over the place. Though, of course, the development of mass transplantation, where you mask the organ's antigens with antibody fragments and avoid post-op rejection, ended the need for it. Ask about NARC. What can you tell us about NARC? I saw a little bit about it on the news. It's a drug that first became popular with astronauts for relieving the pressures of the job. It's since spread across beyond and the rest of space. It's a semi-synthetic narcotic created through supercomputer drug design. Black poppy opium still serves as its base. Even a couple of milligrams can be enough to kill you. Oh, it's Ed. Sorry. It's difficult to detect in drug tests because it's taken in such small amounts. That's why it's so hard to prosecute users. They just need to look harder, that's all. We've had ways of detecting trace amounts of drugs for a long time. RAA testing, for example. Well, that's true, yeah. Some screeners have just stopped trying. Anyway, that's one of the reasons narcs become so popular. People know the chances of being caught are next to none. Hey, Nikamani, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Does the AI face look like the one ministry face sculpture of Mussolini? Is that the one with the black and white photo and it's got like submit behind it or truth or something and it's like projected onto Piccadilly? Something like that? I know what you mean. But yes, it does remind me of that. It also has a sassy face. There's a C, that's it. Just has C. Say yes. Yes to the dress. Whew. Oh, gotta remember the buttons. Ask about Hojo's this bit. What about getting rid of a body? Say the person will be dead for several weeks. I don't think it would attack too much attention. Dumping it underwater wouldn't work either. They detect the gases released during decomposition. Well, it's kind of crude, but burying it might be the best way. The colony has several meters of soil in its surface areas to help protect against cosmic rays. You wouldn't smell it if you buried it at least 20 to 30 centimeters down. All right, let's get our ruler out. Oh, maybe we can move now. Hopefully we don't have to get a decent score on the bloody shooting range or something to get out of here. You need to know this place first, then we'll start looking for Hojo. Why don't we talk to Victor some more? We might pick up some new leads. Okay. Thank you for making it clear, Ed. That's Vice. That is not Victor. I read Vice, and I thought Victor. To be fair, it's got a V in it. Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to keep the voices up with this much dialogue. What brings you guys here? He almost sounds like Dracula. What am I doing? Okay. Meryl. That's right, you Rosie. Welcome in. Welcome in. I nearly typed in shout out to Meryl. Yes, Eurosie's always worth a follow, especially playing trombone and having chat in there. Okay. I've done this my whole life. I don't really have any other interests. I probably seem like some narrow-minded old fool to you guys. G'day. And how you going? No, you're not, Victor. You're perfectly normal. You're just being yourself. I know how that is. Thanks. Maybe you and I have more in common than we think. There's no substitute for experience when it comes to this stuff. I bet you I could outperform their supercomputers. I won't let some damned quantum flux parabatrons outsmart me. You're just making up words now, Victor. So what if they've got ultra high-speed logic elements? What if they've got ChatGPT-4? I don't care. They might be good at crunching numbers, but they can't think outside the box. How could they react to new types of cases? That's the thing. They couldn't. The most important thing in forensics is a good imagination. He's a big help around here. We're asking about AID. He's a whiz when it comes to analyses. Doesn't make much for much company, though. Quite the machine, isn't he? Yeah, if I was an OLA, all that would have taken a week. Old LA. Okay, yes. In any case, you could never hide a body or get it out without help from the Mafia. Bum, bum, bum. We're going back to a hat and time. Going back to Mafia Town. Whoa. Specifically, the cooking Mafia. Okay. Narc is made by first extracting opium from black poppy pods, which is the leaf we've got. After that, you combine it with a synthetic drug made from pethidine and other compounds, and then to that, you add a hallucinogen. You mean opium isn't a hallucinogen? Right. Good to know. You end up with the effects of a natural drug, a synthetic drug, and a hallucinogen. One horrific combination. Some people call it the drug of the 21st century because of the way it was developed. It's been nearly 250 years since Sir Tuma first isolated morphine from opium. You can blame all the advances of modern pharmacology for that monster. The number of narc users continues to grow every year. There we go. We just didn't ask enough about drugs. We need to talk more about drugs. It's just as big a problem on Beyond as anywhere in space. Okay. Where else is there in space? Anyway. The black poppy is a delicate plant, similar in ways to some orchids. Cultivating them would require a lot of money, effort, and the right technology. It's more than a one-man operation. It isn't easy growing black poppies in space. That's why the Mafia gave up on it several years ago. You couldn't grow them in such a harsh environment without adequate facilities. So the Mafia wasn't behind this? We can't say for sure, but it's not one of their main areas of interest. You would need that was Ed. God damn it. You would need the most up-to-date equipment to do it. It wouldn't be like bootlegging during Prohibition. The risk would be too great. It wouldn't be good business. But nevertheless, someone's responsible for it. All right. Then who the hell is it? With the voice acting, I just want to do a Kazuma impression, like very deep. Opium is, if I recall correctly, a downer like weed is. Okay. To say that, it isn't a stimulant and also not hallucinogen. Okay, so so it's a downer and they're adding like LSD to it or something like that. Mixing in some mushrooms. I don't know drugs. They lead the pharmaceutical industry not only on Beyond but throughout space. They work with the cancer drug paclitaxel. God, these are meant to be based on Latin. So it should be... That's not based on Latin, fuck's sake. Their SAS medicine, calcium foods, their list of successes goes on and on. Sassy meds. Very sassy. There we go. They've had a lot of good results, but you don't hear very nice stories about what goes on behind the scenes. Why don't you go over there? They could grow black poppies, is what he said. Can we leave now? We'll be back later, Doctor. Why do I even bother? What? Go outside.
よし、ジョナサン、捜査に出かけろ。
We've achieved outside. We did it.
BCP 前だ。さあ、捜査に出かけよう。足はそこに BCP のポリスカーがある。あれで現場へ向かおう。
That calls for a save. Celebrate with a save.
BCP の最新型ポリスカーだ。ビヨンド内では向こう外車両しか走行してはいけないことになっているが、排気ガスゼロ、電気6、ソーラー4の併用車だ。
それでここにはガソリンスタンドがないのか。
充電スタンドならあるがな。ホームと違ってバッテリーの重金属回収も徹底されている。
Well, there you go. Now, we could go to Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals, but let's go to Hojo's house first. Because when we got here, we could go to BCP or we could go to Hojo's house. And Jonathan said, let's go to BCP first.
ダメだ。工場の住所はわからん。
Okay.
どうして BCP のデータバンクで簡単に。
徳川系の社員情報は BCP のコンピュータからはアクセスできる。徳川に関するあらゆるデータは企業秘密として法律で守られている。だから名簿にも載っていない。
バカな。この時代に。
Look, I'm...
さん、乗れよ。
何年ぶりかな。江戸の無茶な運転を体験するのは。
ホームのスポーツカーとは違う。そんなにスピードは出ん。安心しろ。コンピューターのサポートシステムを搭載した知能カーだ。
Oh.
ちょっとは安心だな。
I don't trust self-driving. Someone taking the car.
なんだ
あれが最新のパトロールの方法だ。コロニー内をわずか数十分で巡回できる。
俺たちはまさに時代遅れだな。
さあ、俺たち流の捜査に出かけよう。
Interesting how they thought of the the electric and the solar and the heavy metals of the battery. So good on you, Kojima and writers.
ヨナさん、タバコはダメだ。
禁煙者か。
コロニー内での喫煙は禁止なんだ。
このタバコは副流煙の出ないもの。肺がんになるのは俺だけです。
ここはホームとは違う。ここでの喫煙は立派な犯罪だ。しかも肺を提供するドナーにもなれ、道徳的にも恥じる行為だ。
火はつけん。口に加えてるだけだ。
しかし、いつからだ？昔はそうなかったろ。
迷惑はかけん。
ここにしばらくいればやめられるさ。
そうかな。
そうさ、必ず吸わなくなる。そのうちな。
I don't know if I told you this before, but speaking of hallucinogens, psilocybin, and MDMA, which is not
ここが
hallucinogen.
徳川製薬のビヨンド研究所だ。まずはここから捜査に取り掛かろう。
Is shown in studies in conjunction with psychotherapy to cure PTSD in 66% of patients after just one sitting. So potentially all anxiety disorders like depression, phobias, etc., which is huge since most therapy could ever do tone down the symptoms and also as a lifelong self-therapy. Yes, as in you have to remember to take your meds, and if you don't, then whatever you're feeling comes roaring back. That's interesting. This is the building's nameplate. No, I can't do it. I can't do that. Can't do that voice. It says Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals Research and Development Facility. It's written in Japanese too. That's the Tokugawa Aoi, the Hollyhocks. It's the Tokugawa Group's logo, borrowed from the Tokugawa family crest. Look at how big they've got it up there. You can't miss it. Funny looking building. It's like some kind of palace or something. I've seen this design before in ancient Japanese architecture. Tokugawa's a massive weeb. Okay. This appears to be the front entrance. Hey, it's open. Let's go.
ヨナさん、それじゃあ中に入ろう。
Oh, but we only just got outside. Can we stay outside?
ここは徳川製薬の研究開発ビルだ。関係者以外の立ち入りは禁止になっているんだ。悪いが、お引き取り願おうか。
Maybe that is getting to market as fast as possible so I could cure my phobias in maybe 10 to 20 years. Well, I hope so too. He must be a security guard here. He's a little short, but he's well built. He looks like the kind of guy who's done a martial art before. Just one? Hey, what do you think you're doing?
BCP のものだが、ここで働いている北条健三のことで話が聞きたい。
警察？なんだ、BCP か。俺はここの警備兼受付を任されている斉藤ってもんだ。で、どういう要件だ？
We might as well start with asking about Hojo.
この研究所に北条健三という男が勤めてるはずだが。
ああ、確かに北条さんならうちの社員だ。何年も前からこの研究所で働いてる。俺なんかよりもずっと古いさ。
実は北条氏の捜索願いが出てるんだが。
捜索願い？そうか。それじゃあもうオープンなんだ。ん？今なんて？ いや、会社の方から信用問題になるからしばらく様子を見るようにって言われてね。
マスコミに騒がれるとまたイメージダウンだからな。
まあ、早い話がそういうこと。うちほどのグループになるといろいろと妬まれたりするから。
それで北条氏はいつから？
それがもう3週間にもなるかな。北条さん連絡もなしにぷっつりと来なくなったんだ。それでこっちも困ってるんだ。どうしていいものやら。家族の方からも問い合わせがあるし、会社からは口止めされてるしでね。
Even being capitalist interests, people able to do more productive because of life improvement. Yeah, then why isn't weed legal yet? Don't forget there's still the moralistic people who just want to ban bloody everything. Keep that in mind. Let's ask about Hojo's address. Where does Hojo live? The most exclusive area of Tokugawa Hills. You can't miss it. Huge place at the end. But less work time would also be in capitalist interest because it would be more productivity than minus in work time. And we see how that works out. Tokugawa Hills, huh? That's a high-priced residential area. A lot of Japanese live there. All Tokugawa-related information is protected by law, right? I think anyone desperate enough could get hold of an address. Steve's Retro, welcome in. Hope you're doing well, mate. Aussie Black. I'm an Aussie Black. Let's get you a shout out. Last time you were on, it was like 3 a.m. my time, so I didn't get to see it. But oh, the BBC playing on the Babe. There you go. Well, it's not like I didn't have a clue where he might live. It's just better to get their permission. Okay, ask about the disappearance. You have any idea what happened to Hojo? Yeah, stupid time zones, agreed. Fun fact, this is the same Tokugawa clan as in the unifier of Japan and Shogun. Tokugawa Ieyasu? There you go, the name carries on throughout the future and into space. Space! Well, he was a real workaholic. Maybe all the stress finally got to him. He was holed up in here almost non-stop in the weeks before he disappeared. He could have gone back home. A lot of terrestrials do that. You mean return syndrome? We call it homesickness here, Ed. That's when someone who can't cope with living on beyond anymore leaves their family and job behind and disappears to home. It happens a lot in our company since we have so many Japanese employees. Japanese people can be like that. I'm glad this was written by Japanese people because Jesus Christ. They've got a lot of opinions on what Japanese people are like. This streamer does not endorse the opinions presented in Policenauts and does not think any stereotypes of Japanese people are necessarily true. Hojo's job. Okay. What does Hojo's job involve? He's head of DDS development here and also the sales rep for DDS products. The latter involves distributing information to hospitals and doctors about new drugs developed here. Hojo's behavior. Need to finish this on the Saturn. Yeah. Is there a translator one out for the Saturn? I mean, I guess they can just port the translation over, I guess. I'm guessing the content's very similar. How did Hojo seem before he disappeared? Anything unusual about him? There's Pat. Oh, cool. Well, now that I've got a working computer again, maybe I can emulate Saturn as well. Can't do that with the PS3. That is not working. He just finished work on a new product. Everything went well as far as I know. Ask about DDS. What's this DDS you mentioned? It stands for Drug Delivery System. DDS development looks at new ways to deliver drugs. Before, all drugs had to go through the process of absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. That meant only a small amount of the drug ever reached the target area. You with me so far? So I don't know if Ed's with him. So the goal of any DDS product is to ensure the necessary amount of a drug is present in the target area at all times. You get all that? Not really. They did this in the past through ribosomes or microspheres, in the case of cancer drugs, for instance, with their numerous side effects. This guy's a walking encyclopedia. Ask about the new products, okay. Lot of text. What's this new product Hojo was working on? All I can tell you is it's the newest product in our DDS line. Sorry, officers, but the rest is classified. There's a lot of competition in this industry, and I have a job to keep. Ask about the facility. What is it you guys do here? This is Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals Research and Development Facility on Beyond. Our main focus here is our DDS work. The other area of interest is the factory, where we manufacture drug samples. Ask about Tokugawa. Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals pioneered made-in-space drug development. We're now the world leader in pharmaceutical technology with a track record that speaks for itself. If you like this stream, you may also like audiobooks. One of the true colony-age businesses. I suppose our Japanese management style is one of the reasons for our success. We work people to death. Just like they do in Tokyo. Hurrah. Ask about him. Are you an actual Tokugawa employee, or are you with a security company? I was originally an assistant here. Have you got the Jiggly scene yet? There's multiple Jiggly scenes, Steve. Don't stress. We are not seeking out the Jigglies. All right, so I should tell you, we demonstrated with the flight attendant because just get it out of our systems. With Meryl, because you can do this with every female character in this game. Again, Mystical Machine Gun does not endorse the views expressed by Policenauts. Anyway. You can just look at Meryl's boobs, and you can talk to Meryl about her boobs. You can talk to Meryl about how tall she is and how she's got boobs. And she's like, essentially, he's like, you can touch my boobs if you beat my score in the shooting range. We're not doing that, but it's there, and I just thought I should tell you. Whereas Meryl in Metal Gear Solid 4 would murder Jonathan the second he looked below neck line. Anyway. So I like MGS4 Meryl a bit more, if you get what I'm saying. I was originally an assistant here, but with my physique, they decided to put me on security. I'm still an official employee. Maybe we beat her and don't touch the boobs. Did you? Oh, it's been a month, so you probably didn't see my attempts to do the shooting range. So we're doing neither, Nicobati. That's how I hold a certain level of knowledge about our operations. You couldn't call me an expert anymore, though. Oh, gosh, right. Great, let's show the photo. Yes, that's Mr. Hojo. The woman next to him is his wife. He has the same photo in his work area. Hope you can find him for his family's sake. This is you, isn't it? What does this have to do with Mr. Hojo? She actually does resemble Mr. Hojo's wife a little. I know that picture. Our president was one of the Policenauts, so we see it a lot. Right. Can we go in? That must be the DDS lab. That's the DDS room. That's where DDS R&D takes place. Acronym, acronym, acronym. Acronym, 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 acronym. It's more or less Mr. Hojo's personal lab. Can we go inside?
その北条の研究室 DDS ルームの中を見せてもらいたいんだが北条の足取りを探りたい
頼む何か手がかりがあるかもしれん
あんたら無茶言うな
We're
無
crazy.
茶は承知だ
こいつの言う通りにした方がいいぞかえって面倒になる
待ってくれ面倒はごめんだ
悪いようにはしない
参ったな
参ったんなら入れてくれ
DDS ルームだけなら構わないが会社には内緒にしてくれよ俺はビヨンズなんだこんなことが会社にバレたらここで働けなくなる
大丈夫だ約束する
それじゃあロックを解除するから
What a champ.
さあ DDS ルームだ北条さんがいなくなった時のままの状態だあんまり触らないでくれよ
I love what Tatsuki Fujimoto did in Chainsaw Man with that trope. When the protagonist can touch boobs because of some kind of deal, his reaction is, I kind of feel empty. How did the girl feel, or the woman feel, when the man with the chainsaw for a head was feeling her boobs? What was her feeling about that? He's got a 2D photo here. Mr. Hojo always keeps pictures of his family around. That's unusual for a Japanese in the workplace. Jesus Christ. Would you stop that? That's his wife next to him. He talked about her a lot. This is the same photo Lorraine gave me. As you can probably tell, Mr. Hojo was a jealous guy. He was very protective of his wife. Like, seriously, I work in a multicultural, workplace. We've got people from all over the place, right? And if somebody came up to my desk and went, oh, Mystical's got a photo of his wife here. Australians don't usually do that. It's like, I would be like, fuck off. Is this the exact same photo, though? Lorraine. That's Mrs. Hojo. Kenzo Hojo. He seems like a down-to-earth guy. Can we see it? Is there anything else to see? No backgrounds, nothing. Where could he be? We just look at Michael. He's a cheery-looking guy, isn't he? He's got piercing eyes and a square jaw. He's an intimidating character. Definitely not the kind of face you'd want running a business. Sir? He's even more intimidating when he stands up. What do you want to know? Okay, we've asked all that. No dramas. Let's have a look. The woman is also a demon in the body of a woman, so she doesn't care. Her name is literally Power, and she is the blood demon. Demon of blood. That's a partition. When DDS development first started, this area was quite big. Each K-series product had its own team. These were used to separate them. Okay, it's all over here. This plate has holograms of various K-series products. They're all Mr. Hojo's work. K3 is a DDS that mimics contact lenses. Is there a K9? It uses a transmucosal delivery system where the drug is absorbed through the ocular mucous membranes. I didn't know Michael would have so much to say. We could have given him a voice. She has a dark power and was replaced by a snatcher or something. Snatchers. They're everywhere. K5 is a DDS that takes the form of a patch. It uses a transdermal delivery system where the drug is absorbed through the skin. So it's like an ordinary oh my God. So it's like an ordinary electroporation patch? The advantage of a transdermal system is you can supply the drug for several weeks with one application. K6 is a DDS where the drug is absorbed through the buccal mucous membranes. That one is a little different from the others. That's a mosquito. Womp womp. A mosquito-type micro machine that we tried to use for administering injections. The medical establishment fiercely opposed it, however. So right now, it's only used for drawing blood in certain cases. Mosquito, eh? What's this blank space for? What's where we're going to write your name, baby? That's reserved for K9. Woof, 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 woof. Yes, post your dogs. We haven't revealed it to the public yet. We're still gathering data at the moment. Oh, actually, I need to do something. I need to just check something real fast. You can't see it, on the stream thing, but if you have the chat, I've got a gold kappa because of a hype train I was in last night. I was like, golden kappa hype train? What the fuck? But that streamer as well, Jack Not Jack, I should say, her chat window thing didn't display it as a golden kappa either, so. What's this? That's the Tokugawa Group's network terminal. Like, honestly, Peaches, the amount you post kappas, I thought of you immediately. And, for the record, Jack Not Jack is currently playing Metal Gear Solid for the first time, so. And she's playing right now, so don't go there right now, but, check it out later. It's called the T-Gear 99. All the computers in the group are connected via network. It's used by employees for correspondence and work. It's a special type of hardware not available to the public. If this wasn't connected to the network, it'd be totally useless. So it's a thin terminal. I've used thin terminals. You mind if we check it out? I can't permit that. You would have access to classified information. Of course, you need to pass the security checks before you could get online anyway. Fair enough. So K9 isn't ready.
それは北条さんが使ってたホワイトボードだよ。あの人几帳面だったからいつもそこに予定を書き込んでいたんだ。
これは北条の筆跡が？
間違いない。北条さんの字だ。
確か北条が消息を絶ったのが15日。
15日予定が書き込んであるぞ。
この100の下は日本語か？
それはセットだ。
15日 K9100 セット BCCH。
BCCH 何の略だ？
うちが薬を卸してる病院さ。
この下の落書きは何だろう。なんかのマークかな。
猫の足跡みたいだな。ちょっと待った。K9100 セットだって。K9 ってまだ商品化されていないんだろう。どうして病院に100セットも？
新製品は許可が下りた時点で発売までの間にサンプルテストを行うんだよ。テストといっても副作用とかじゃなく、二次的なデータを集めて生産や営業への参考にするためさ。
それで100セットっていうのは腑に落ちんな。
その病院で確かめてみた方がいいな。
そのサンプルはどこで作るんだ？
ここの試作工場さ。
そこを見せてもらえないか？
それは無理だ。
I like how Jonathan keeps trying. Well, have a stream on in the background. Absolutely. I almost always have like 4 streams open to show support and get that viewer count up. I don't really chat in multiple streams at once because holy moly, my old brain would not be able to handle it. Bishishi Edge. Bishishi Edge. Yes. Yes, indeed. We got a lot of different machines here. Just what do you expect for a place like this? Mr. Hojo used these in his research. I don't know what's what, to tell you the truth. There's a primary, secondary manipulator too. There you go, Ed. These cost a lot of money. Sure do. Nothing but the latest and greatest. It's not easy getting your hands on this stuff. It's a wall video phone. It isn't connected to an outside line for security reasons. All right. Can we move back to reception? Finished. Now that we've got the lead, so we've got 2 leads. We've got Hojo's house and we've got the hospital. So, Michael, get back behind your desk, buddy. You still haven't picked up any solid clues. Let's check this place out a little more. Okay, what if we ask about BCCH? BCCH stands for Beyond Coast Central Hospital. It's the biggest hospital on Beyond, making it the biggest single market for us. Yeah, I'm familiar with it myself. Several of our employees work from there. We have a very close relationship. We get most of our product data from them. Okay. Ask about the 15th. There we go. So, according to the whiteboard, Hojo on the 15th of last month went to BCCH, right? He left just after lunch and never came back. That's the last time I ever saw him. So we know Hojo went to BCCH that day. Hopefully we can pick up the trail there. Okay, good. Now can we go? Fuck. Might be worth asking him more about his behavior. I'm sure there would have been word if he'd been involved in an accident or something. Maybe he really did just want to get away from this place. Anyone else work with him? Mr. Hojo ran just about the entire thing himself. Research, development, and marketing. Needs a team, dude. You got to delegate. I heard he had several assistants before, but they all left. He did it all himself? Yeah, at least nowadays. Only a very select number of extremely intelligent people work here. But still, it's like this. Our company is very paranoid. Mr. Hojo's work in particular, good old Mr. Hobo. Mr. Hobo's work in particular is highly classified even within the company. He keeps everything well tight within his bindle. Who's taken over for him? All DDS work was suspended after Mr. Hojo's disappearance. Who knows when it'll start back up? Did he appear worried about anything? If he was worried about anything, I'd say it would be his daughter more than his work. His daughter? Oh, here we go. He said she was very ill, that she needed a bone marrow transplant, something like that. Her name's Karen. He said drugs couldn't cure her. Cruel irony for him. Mr. Hojo loves his daughter very much. He never stopped thinking about her. He would always talk about how great she was and beautiful. Shame she has such a serious illness. Okay. God, that's a lot there. In other words, a DDS treatment is like a targeting system that sends a drug exactly where you want it to go. It's also called the missile treatment. Here comes the medicine. So it delivers the drug straight to the diseased area. Is it accurate? Of course. What's more, you can also control how much is released and when it's released. The artificial bones made out of bioactive cement used in people with osteoporosis and certain rheumatic disorders are also a type of DDS. Geez, what isn't DDS? Good question. It covers a wide area, yes. Injections and oral medications can be DDS as well. Though I should mention that we don't conduct research on pro-drugs or anti-drugs here. Woozy, welcome in. DDS, a dancing game, exactly. Dance Sevolution. Hope you're doing well, Woozy. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in, welcome in. We're getting lots of info about our missing doctor. DDS also focuses on prolonging the effects of drugs, not just their delivery. You just woke up? Well, guess what? It's time for class. It's time to learn about medicine. Dance with a statue. I played Dance Snatcher all day, but every song was just a variation on the robot. DDS also focuses on prolonging the effects of drugs, not just their delivery. For patients undergoing long-term treatment, we can avoid having to give frequent doses. Instead of taking a drug several times a day, you can take it once a month or once every several months. Whew. You might not understand the rest, thank God. That plate with the holograms was helpful. This type of research is very common now. The new products. Please, if I told you anything, my job would be the least of my worries. I've mentioned everything I can, the rest is top secret. We're also involved with the production of designer foods and functional foods. The company holds large shares of markets besides pharmaceuticals. Were you born on Beyond? Yes, I'm a Beyond, born and raised here on the colony. My parents are Japanese terrestrials. If I would need to take medicine only every 3 months, I probably would forget it more. Yes, exactly. Like, all of our quarterly bills.
北条の足取りも分かったことだし、失礼しようか、ジョナサン。
いいか、くれぐれも会社には内緒にしてくれよ。俺が署内を案内したなんてな。
All right, lips sealed.
助かったよ。
Like, we've got council rates and power and stuff that's quarterly. And if I didn't we get an email 2 weeks before the power bill's due, and I dread it. I dread that power bill. And the council rates, it's not that I forget them, it's just like they're the first of the month, and it's just like, oh God, what month is it? We're outside Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. Okay, let's save. I might have to see, like, if we do figure out getting streaming working from the PC, if we can just get the memory card file off of the PS3 and then we can continue with DuckStation. I don't know. I just find with the shooting stuff, DuckStation is a bit more responsive than the PS3 emulating a PS1. No, don't look, just move. Just drive away, please. Now, let's go to Hojo's house. Let's go there first. Now that we know that it exists.
北条家へ向かうぞ。
北条の家か。
どうした、ジョナサン。
気が進まない。触れてはいけないのかもしれない。
ジョナサン、もう片足を突っ込んでるんだ。
Going to your ex-wife's husband's house would be
避け
weird.
ては通れん。
分かってる。北条家。ロレインの家。
Yeah, after they've passed away, it'd be very strange. It's nowhere near as cool as Gillian's car. Gotta be honest. God, it's a palace.
ここが北条家らしい。
ここにロレインが。
娘のカレンがいるはずだ。彼女に話を聞こう。ジョナサン、娘のカレンは BBC の人気キャスターだ。カレン北条。聞いたことがあるだろう。
ロレインがそんなこと言ってたな。ニュースキャスターもしや。
彼女はロレインの生き写しだ。
ロレインの娘か。
いいな、ジョナサン。30年も経っているんだ。お前にとっては3年前のことに思えるかもしれんが、冷静に受け止めるんだぞ。
Yeah, what would you do? Like, I wouldn't want to be frozen and travel 30 years into the future now because I'd miss, like, my kids would be like, my eldest would be nearly 40. That would be fucking weird. You know, you don't want to miss out on all the high school and all that shit. Yes, I said 20 years before. It's actually 30. Let's look around. We can't see inside for the adjustable glass. With the colony shaped like a cylinder, normally both neighbours are able to see inside your house. It's one of Beyond's biggest problems. Oh, sorry. I just need to see who's talking. Yeah, you do. School sucks. Dad, help us with homework. Actually got to get into this cryo chamber for 30 years. Bye. The building's got a hint of Japanese architecture. This is just stunning. You don't see many houses this big on Beyond, especially ones with non-standard architecture. Non-standard architecture? Metal Gear? What was it? It was just out of the room to help your mum. Oh no, we were just talking about if you froze yourself right now and went 30 years into the future and you were the same age, what would it be like? So it's that 2054. And I'm like, I wouldn't want to do it because I'd miss out on all my kids' schooling and everything else, and they'd be fully grown adults by the time I, came out of the freezer. All residential buildings on the colony have to follow certain architectural regulations. Even if you own the land, you can't just build anything you want. Sounds like fun. So is this place breaking the law? They'll get away with it because they're with Tokugawa. They make exceptions then. God, did we need a description of what a front door is, Kojima? Come on. It's the front door. There's a doorbell next to it. They've got a security camera too. What about knock? You ready? I'll ring the doorbell. Oh, I just read School Sucks. I'm in uni studying teaching in math and physics. Yeah, so I said,
BCP のものです。ちょっとお話を伺いたいのですが。
BCP？ ちょっと待ってください。セキュリティを解除しますから、ID をカメラに向けてください。
こうかな？
I didn't realize you're going to be a teacher, Nicobo. That's rad.
ロレイン？いや、カレンさん。
ええ、カレン北条です。あなたはジョナサン・イングラム。あなた、イングラムね。
ああ、そうだな。
Ooh. Facial expression.
ってどうして私たちの家族につきまとうの？これ以上私たちを苦しめないで。お願いよ。
カレンさん、そんな気はない。俺はただ地球でロレインに君の母親に頼まれたんだ。父親を探し出してほしいって。
その母さんもあなたに会いに行ったばっかりに。どうして父や母が？どうしてなの？あなたよ、ジョナサン・イングラム。いつもあなたが原因よ。あなたが母を殺したも同然よ。つきまとうのはやめてください。父は私が探します。帰ってください。
カレンさん、あなたはジョナサンを誤解してる。
あなたは？
私は BCP の風紀課のエド・ブラウン。 ジョナサン同様、君の母さんの古い友人だ。ジョナサンがロレインや君たちを苦しめるなんてとんでもない。俺はこいつと古い付き合いだ。こいつのロレインへの気持ちは誰よりも知っている。
知ってるわ。母さんもあなたのことをずっと思ってた。母は父にいくら言われてもあなたの写真いつも持ち歩いていたもの。父さんかわいそうだった。母さんは忘れなければならなかったのよ。そのことで父と母は喧嘩が絶えなかったわ。私はそんな二人を見て育ったのよ、幼い頃から。ジョナサン・イングラムを恨みながら。
知らなかった。すまない。
カレンさん、君の気持ちはよくわかる。だがジョナサンを恨むのは間違っている。こいつはつい3年前まで宇宙をさまよっていたんだ。
カレンさん、聞いてくれ。君も君の父さんも大変な事件に巻き込まれてるかもしれない。俺は君たちを助けたい。君たちの力になりたい。
カレンさん、どうか分かってくれ。
分かったわ。うるさくされると迷惑だから中に入って。
ありがたい。
There you go. They managed to get in.
さてどうしましょう、刑事さん。
へえ、内臓も素晴らしい。
Probably not, since I'm in uni for 10 years now with my new meds. It's my last attempt to see if this works for me. Well, good luck. But because of it, I have a lot of opinions on schools. Yeah, fair enough. I'd hope a possible teacher would have opinions on schools. I would hope so. All right. Karen, you seem, how should I put it, different in person than on TV. You're still just as charming, of course. They use CG to make me look better on camera. Really? CG? Think of it as digital makeup. It's to cover up my complexion. Are you sick right now? Actually, my problem is more than temporary. Is it alright if we ask you a few questions? What is it? Ask about her parents. Okay. This can't be an easy thing to talk about, but it is necessary for our investigation. What can you tell us about your parents? My father is a terrestrial who immigrated to Beyond shortly after it was completed. Your mother told me they met at Tokugawa's festival for Japanese people. Yes, that's correct. He said Mom was inconsolable after your accident. Lorraine. He devoted himself to her. They married 6 months later. Mom couldn't forget you. The stronger Dad's love got, the more his jealousy grew. That's when their relationship turned sour. Mom still kept all the pictures she had of you. One day Dad found them and burned every last one. She had no pictures of you left after that. I wish teachers would listen more to science, what works in teaching, and not fucking give homework all the time. Look, I know teachers, and I think it's more of a case of when you work as hard as a teacher does, it's very hard to keep up with the science. Like if you are given the science and the school supports you and you still knock it back, that's one thing. But I think it's more of a, if you find yourself unable to keep up with the science because you're just, working all day, marking all night, lesson plans, all that fun stuff, spending the whole holidays doing stuff, then you might not have time to keep up with the latest, I think. Plus, it might be a case of there's an expectation of a certain level of homework and everything. Because some parents are more old-fashioned and they're like, if you're not giving my kid homework, what are you doing? There's a lot, yeah. Yes, exactly. Teachers have it rough, exactly, Peaches. We should pay teachers more. They argued constantly, but they stayed together for my sake. That's a real Japanese thing to do. Honestly, I didn't really understand them myself. God, was that saying something was Japanese again? Forget Policenauts. This should just be called Japanese Nauts. It's a treatise on how Japanese people work, play, and marry. What does your father do at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals? All I know is he's involved with developing new pharmaceuticals. To your understanding, what kind of work is it? I don't know. He never talked much about it. He never discussed his work at home. Not with me, anyway. Did he say anything you think might help us? Well, one time, I can't remember when exactly, he broke down in tears, saying he wanted to quit Tokugawa. He said, "They tricked me. I hate my fucking job." Holy mackerel. That was it. That was all he said. He never mentioned it again. He never swore, which made it even more unusual. Because Japanese people don't swear. For someone here to say something like that, that's almost unheard of. Especially here where they aren't paid well and even have to spend their own salary on teaching supplies. I mean, exactly, it's a crock. But no homework is easy to implement, and if a parent complains, say science doesn't support that it works, then punch them. Maybe just stick with the science. stick to the science, Nicovani, rather than the physical violence. Ask about his job. I don't really know what he did. He was forbidden from discussing his work for confidentiality reasons. He never talked about a certain new product he was working on. No, nothing specific. I don't really know what he did. Okay, cool. See, now I've learnt. The game has taught me now to just ask everything until dialogue repeats. Do you notice anything unusual about your father before he disappeared? He had been acting kind of strange lately. Maybe things weren't going well at work. Your mother said he would have these breakdowns. Yes, he did, now that you mention it. He's normally a calm person. So he definitely was different than usual? Yes. He does have a tendency to worry at times, but nothing like that. Please try to think. Even the littlest thing might make a difference. In what other ways was he different? He had become very pensive and emotional. He was like somebody else altogether. I think he talked to Mom about something, but he never said anything to me. So Lorraine did know something. Mom didn't tell me anything either. He would kind of watch out for me when he moved about the house. It seemed like he was avoiding me. Why do you say he was avoiding you? I could tell. He's never been good at hiding things like that. He would kind of watch out for me when he moved about the house. It seemed like he was avoiding me. Hojo's hobbies. What are your father's hobbies? Hobbies? Well, he likes listening to CDs. CDs? So what's the relationship between Jonathan, Karen, and Lorraine? So, Jonathan was in space. Jonathan was lost for 30 years and kind of frozen. But before he went to space, Jonathan was married to Lorraine. After Jonathan was lost in space, after a while, Lorraine married Hojo, who has disappeared. And in the intervening 30 years that they were married, they had Karen. So Jonathan is not related to Karen at all, but Karen is his ex-wife's daughter. CDs, and of course she looks just like her mother, because it wouldn't be dramatic otherwise. Yes, he has a lot of CDs he got when he was younger. Unusual, I know. That's unusual now. I understand how that is. We come from the same time. That's his only hobby per se. He doesn't have any friends. Actually, with the new tower, I have to get this HDD working because it's got all my MP3s on it. So when he spent his days off here, he was almost never home since he and Mum didn't get along. Their relationship made him into a workaholic. There you go. Whenever he was home, he would spend his time listening to music by himself. Dad's CDs are over on those shelves. Go take a look if you'd like. Oh, we've got to look at the CDs. Kojima's going to flex his musical tastes. I'd say his work is his real hobby. I suppose he's your typical Tokugawa employee. Mom probably wasn't satisfied with that kind of husband. I'd say his work is his real hobby. Okay, cool. Who's Saito? Oh, that's the guard. Okay. Do you know someone called Michael Saito? Saito. He works at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. Saito. No, never heard of him before. That's a Japanese name, right? Actually, I do remember hearing it now. But there are a lot of people here with Japanese names, so it could be common. Even if I did hear the name before, I never met him. Okay, cool. Ask about Lorraine. Oh.
ロレインのことは
母の仮葬儀は終わりました。母は友人も少なかったし、私だけの寂しい葬儀でした。
遺体は？
難しいみたい。せめてお骨だけでもって思うんですけど。
残念ながらビヨンドへの遺体の持ち込みは許可されないでしょう。
父が知ったらどんなに悲しむ。
遺留品は？
遺留品も無理らしいです。
そうですか。お気の毒に。
ロレインに君のこと頼むって言われた。
そうですか。
She said that. Thank you for the follow, the mighty C7. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. We're talking schools. We're talking police. We're talking astronauts. We're talking schools. And also for Germany, we have a teacher shortage. That seems to be happening a lot of places, actually. And everybody throws out the most out there ideas instead of asking students, why do you give up your uni studies? Because it has only 16% teaching science courses and the rest is subject specific and way too hard for something that isn't taught in school. They're over teaching the teachers. They're going too hard, hey? She loved you more than my father. She was so happy when they found you. But I wasn't very nice to her. I felt sorry for Dad and everything. Mom didn't know very many people. I just can't say Mom. I don't see how she could have had any enemies. Who could have done such a thing? The police and OLA are treating it as a terrorist bombing. That's ridiculous. It happened right in front of me. That wasn't some terrorist. It has to be related to your father's disappearance. I'm a news anchor with BBC. This is her job. Beyond Coast Broadcasting. We always watch your program at my house. Are you off today? I'm taking some time off because of my health. The news they're showing right now is a CG me. The robots are coming to take your job. I don't think anyone would be able to tell the difference. Oh. If you replace me with an AI, I hope people would notice. Ask about her illness. Your mother was worried about an illness she said you have. Would you mind telling me about it? I have aplastic anemia. It wasn't a terrorist, it was Mustache Girl. She's kind of a terrorist in the end. I learned something that is for math majors and not how to best teach the things I need in school 80% of the time. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean, Nicomato. I know what you mean. The hematopoietic oof. The hip did the hip to the hip, the hip up, hip, and the hip dip up. The hematopoietic stem cells in my bone marrow, the ones that create new blood, have become damaged and I can't produce blood cells properly. I could become anemic, or get hemorrhages, or be more susceptible to infection. That's why you're so pale, is it? I've got aplastic anemia. Basically, it's a disease where you become unable to produce new blood. Okay. Its cause. How did you get such a serious illness? In my case, it was exposure to cosmic radiation here. I have secondary aplastic anemia. Unlike home, the surface of Beyond gets hit by a good deal of radiation. So they must offer some form of compensation, right? Unfortunately, they haven't set up anything official yet, no. Anti-space groups like the Repatriatists do offer support money, but I don't want to end up being used by people like them. How do you treat something like that? Someone at your father's work was saying you need a bone marrow transplant? Yeah. Dad talked me into getting immunosuppressive drug therapy. I can see why he wanted me to try it, but it's not doing much. Apparently, in moderate to severe cases like mine, hormone therapy has no effect either. That bad, huh? My only remaining option is a bone marrow transplant. Okay, let's ask about the transplant. This is the educational stream rolls on. Forget about teaching in a class, Nikovani. Just run a stream and let's just play this and talk about medicine and psilocybin. Hey, ninth graders. Now I'm going to teach you about topographics. I know you don't know what a graph is or a function or a variable, but shit, I had to learn it in uni, so you also have to. Would I have known about graphs or functions by grade 9? I feel like I would have. Maybe not variables. A bone marrow transplant? They replaced my damaged marrow with marrow from a healthy person. But in order to do the transplant, they need marrow from someone with the same HLA type as me. We still haven't found someone with my type. The transplant costs are enormous too. Transplant costs. God, jeez. The transplant costs, hospitalization fees, immunosuppressants. I don't know where I'm going to get all the money even if we do find a doctor. You don't look like you're strapped for cash or anything. It's more expensive than you think. Until recently, my position on the waiting list was 5, which is for people who can't even pay for the transplant. But last month, I finally got some hope. Ask about the costs. It looks like Dad got me moved up. I'm so grateful for everything he's done. I wonder how. Variables is taught first, since it's a prerequisite for functions and graphs. Can't plot a graph without a variable. Oh yeah, of course not. You need X, you need Y, you need the axes. You gotta remember, Nicovado's been a long time. I mean, you could draw a graph if given figures without variables, but yeah, I know what you mean. All right, let's ask about the disappearance. Look at that list of options. It is crazy. You have any theories about what might have happened to your father? He's not the type of person to disappear and not tell anyone. He must have become involved in something. Did he mention anything in particular before he went missing? Actually, yeah. The word Plato several times. I don't know what he meant by it. Again with this Plato, or Pluto, whatever it is. Lorraine mentioned this, by the way. You can't recall anything else? I was away on assignment at the time. When I got back, Mom had already left for home. If I had been here, I wouldn't have let her do something like that. So you don't know what he could have meant by this Plato or Pluto thing? Your mother mentioned it too. Wish I knew. There's nowhere with a name like that here. Maybe it's some kind of code name. I hadn't talked much with Dad lately. What about the 15th of last month? The 15th? Oh, excuse me. You mean the last time anyone saw Dad? Like I said, I was away on assignment. There's no sign of anyone having had contact with him after the 15th. I hadn't talked much with Dad lately. Okay, cool. Show the photo. That's a picture of Mum and Dad. Where'd you get it? Your mother gave it to me on home. Oh, this is going to cause trouble.
カレン、この写真。
この写真。
ロレインとの写真だ。処分は君に任せる。
どうして？
ロレインはここにいる。このビヨンドに生きている。俺のところじゃない。処分を任せる。
わかったわ。
Oh, so we no longer have the Lorraine photo. There you go. Mom used to show me this. I brought it with me to prove who I am if I need be. Okay, let's have a look at his CDs. Ooh. Ooh. Let's look for references. Zoom in. These are the CD shelves. This is Dad's hobby. Listening to music is probably his favorite thing in the world besides work. He's got almost every genre you can imagine here. CDs are antique media nowadays. Right, but Dad doesn't like the quality you get with optical discs. This is some collection. Would you like to put something on? Oh, wow, this is the music, the sound test. The cover says, Home. Written and performed by La Nakamura. Can we listen to this? Sure, go ahead. I was hoping we could browse the CDs while listening to the other CD. Well, I have a date to play Monster Hunter with friends. See ya. Oh, good to see you, Nicobani. Enjoy Monster Hunter. That'll be good fun. And good luck with all your uni stuff regardless. The cover says, Nobody Knows. La Nakamura. The Cover says, Snatcher, One Night in Neo Kobe City Unreleased Remix. Written and performed by Motoaki Furukawa of the Kukaya Club. You mind if I put this on? Yeah. Never heard of it, Steve. Neither have I. What are you talking about? Why can't we just walk around with this playing all the time? 28 years. Written and performed by Ika-chan. Girls, girls, girls. Gonna have to play girls, girls, girls. CDs. Oh my gosh, that music is called CDs what? Beyond Coast. Okay, so this is mostly just a sound test. Shadows. Dear Friend. And Huggy. BCP. Okay, I don't know what that song is. Good Humor. Cover says, Still Walking. Oh, I'm out of time. With that white boy rhythm I've got. Lavender. This one's by Tappy. Ooh, that's nice. I hear a band name like Tappy and I think it's going to be like a kids artist. The cover says Owl Cat by Wizzy Dice. No, I'm joking. Polynet Warriors, The Decade. Written and performed by Kazuki Murawaka. With contributions from Dokuo Umeno. Oh no, that's not going to sit. The hair's not going to sit now. Tokugawa. Ooh. We'll be hearing this in future, I'm sure. Okay, let's just look at the titles. Children of the Dream, La Nakamura and Gaki. My Love, La Nakamura. Bike Ride, La Nakamura. Doing Just Fine. For the Tappy. Tokyo Mambo. Too Late Blues. Fling Girls. Oh, still Fling Girls, okay. Home Sweet Home. Ika-chan. Anna's Theme Part 1. Who is Anna? Yeah, they did. It's just a shame you can't put one on and then keep looking at the other ones while it plays. Living in the real world. So it's like a sound check from like Sonic 2. It's got a nice CD menu over the top of it. Festival on Beyond? None of this is relevant. L'amour impossible. The Impossible Love. Not made in Texas. Okay. So it's made in the rest of the world. Missed. Okay, that's a double CD. Past Year at Sunset Beach. Old LA 2040, short version. Criminal Investigation Part 1. Yeah, we hear that music all the time. No. Oh, this is what I played during the countdown. There's an extended version of this on YouTube. Magic Subway. Hey, this one doesn't have a title. It's a blank CD case. Maybe it's from a private collection of his. Can we take it? Can we listen to this? Sure, go ahead.
おかしいな。音楽が鳴らない。
変ね。ほんと、ノイズばかりね。
It's data. Please insert this disc into your PlayStation system. Please do not try to play this as a stereo system. There's no music on it. There's nothing but noise. Maybe it's broken. Can we take it? There's no title on this one. It's just a bunch of noise too. It's a blank CD case. Maybe it's from a private collection of his. Okay, we can't take it. First triangle. Femme fatale. Calling your name. Anna's theme part 2. Polynet Warriors go for it, Yoshi. Mission 307. Tappy's Works. Well, I hope that would be written by Tappy. Nakamura Blues. I hope that would be by Nakamura. I keep nearly saying Macklemore. Cover says Legendary Faces, written and performed by Tappy. The cover says Love Theme. Beyond Morning. Sweet Hippo. Arabesque. Memoir de la Neige. Reunion. Cover says Chase. Okay. Let's look at this one more time. Doesn't let us take it. We're going to have to come back and get that. I bet you $1 million. What's this? It's a biosphere. It serves as a model of the CELIS. CELIS stands for Closed Ecological Life Support System. You don't need to give it any food or oxygen. It's totally self-sufficient. Like this model, if the colony's balance were disturbed, it would become unable to support life. That's a coral fragment. That water is filled with bacteria soup. Soup. The temperature is maintained at 25 degrees Celsius. Bacteria oxidize the inorganic waste, producing carbon dioxide and inorganic compounds. That's seaweed. The seaweed uses the carbon dioxide, inorganic compounds, and sunlight to carry out photosynthesis. Are we taking notes on this? This will all be on the test. Okay. God damn. Let's look at the TV. It's a wall-mounted HD TV. It's got a chaos system too. You can set the hue to change according to your emotions, like if you're laughing or crying. I remember things heading this way in the 20th when they brought out washing machines and ovens with neural networks and fuzzy logic and so on. You're welcome to turn on the TV. Give you a break from reading. What you got for us, CG Karen?
こんにちは。ニュースオーダーの時間です。ビヨンド建設記念日を間近に控えた今日、地球へ帰ろう運動の決起集会が行われました。集会には約1万人以上のリーペイトリエイティストらが徳川ビル前に集まり、BCP の間に衝突もありましたが、怪我人は出ておりません。BCP では建設記念日に向けてテロ活動への警戒を呼びかけています。以上、 カレン北条がお伝えしました。
Is there never anything else on this TV?
これも CG ですね。
ええ、そうです。私のデータからコンピュータが作り出した本物そっくりの映像です。
That's not disturbing. We ask about the CG? Nope. What do these speakers belong to? They go with our home entertainment system there. They work with the TV as well. Are those new cordless speakers with biomaterials? Right. It's an infrared system with no dead areas whatsoever. They're ultra thin, and you can even decorate them with photos or paintings. Yes, but Dad has never been one to do that. Sounds rad. Are these plants real? Yes, they're selectively bred to absorb large amounts of carbon dioxide. It's nice having the room full of fresh air all the time. That'd be cool. Need that on Earth. Mum liked these. It's an antique lamp. Twin lamps, I should say. They're connected to the sleep sensors in the sofas. They also have chaos systems, so the lighting changes depending on who's in the room. I wouldn't call that chaos. Chaos again. This is our color? Yes, they use ambient lighting. That's one of Mum's flower... Oh, God. I'm just going to say Mum. Sorry. That's one of Mum's flower vases. She did a lot of flower arranging. Lorraine always did like flowers. This isn't a zero-gravity ceramic, is it? That's unusual for beyond. Right, it's porcelain. Mum probably ordered it from home. Flowers and plants remind her of home, I'm sure. It's a picture of Mum. Dad puts pictures of her up wherever he can. He has one in his lab at work, come to think of it. Right. It's a marble table. I've never seen anything like this on Beyond before. It's an import from home. Everything is. The only problem is it doesn't really go with the sofas. Looks like a comfortable sofa. Nice color, too. It's one of those chaos sofas. Its feel changes depending on who's sitting on it. It has built-in sleep sensors as well. Of course. Seems like everything's chaos. And I really hate that we migrated to Microsoft 365 from Google for work. For your mail and everything. We're using Gmail and stuff before. We're a Windows shop, so we've been using Microsoft for a long time, so I'm just used to it. Built-in sleep sensors, well, I'll be. That's a makeup stand. Mum gave it to me. Mum gave it to me when I turned 20. In Japanese culture, you're regarded as an adult when you reach 20. The mirror that used to go on top is broken, though. Now I just use it for the drawers. Okay. Can we go to Hojo's room? There we go.
北条さんの部屋を見せてもらえないかな。
父の部屋？ああ、書斎なら。
書斎があるんですか。
I don't.
それじゃあ書斎を見せてもらえますか。
どうぞ、こっちです。ここが父の書斎の日本間です。
そのカードは？
父の ID カードじゃないかしら。それは確か予備のコピーカードです。父は用心深い人でしたから。
カレンさん、ちょっとこれ預かってもいいかな。
いいですけど、徳川には内緒ですよ。コピーがあったなんて知れたら大変ですから。
Ooh, now we have access. I do not like Outlook, and their policy forces me to log in again every day. With Gmail, I only had to do it once a week. Yeah, unfortunately, things are heading that way. Like security-wise, everything's heading towards shorter sessions, MFA, all that sort of stuff. I shut my laptop down at the end of the day anyway, so when I go to work in the morning, I have to log in anyway. But when I work from home, I have to log into the VPN, and then every site, every kind of work thing is log in and MFA. So Could be worse. Yeah, Outlook is a bit of a pig for sure. It's too big. Like, you could use. Oh, there's MFA, of course. Oh, good to hear. That's good for security. Like, do they provide Outlook web access? It's not as fully featured as Outlook, but it doesn't take up 20 million tons of your hard drive. This is an odd desk. Where's the chair? It's a Zajiki desk, a desk you place on tatami. You sit on the floor with your legs folded under you. Oh, I couldn't do that anymore. What's these drawers? There was Sumi and Suzuru in them before, but they're empty now. There was what? We're recommended to use the web Outlook, so that's what I'm using. Ah, okay. Can you have the desktop one if you like? Sumi and Suzuri. Ink and ink stones. Use them in calligraphy. You're not looking forward to the first meeting with Teams. Well, we're on Teams, and we do all our meetings with Teams now, aside from the occasional Zoom one. And so I guess you're using Google Meetup before? I prefer Teams over Zoom, if that makes you feel any better. Dad hadn't been using the drawers lately, so there's nothing in them.
日本古来の家紋表です。 父はどうしてこんなものを貼っていたんでしょう。家紋の下に大役が書かれているわ。
The Tokugawa logo comes from their family crest, right? Dreamy! Oh my God, I had a big tall stream on the weekend and I've had a dreamy magenta sheep raid. What is going on? The world's gone topsy-turvy. Dreamy was playing Metroid Prime, I know that. Metroid Prime 2. Welcome in, Dreamy. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Mystical Machine Gun. Retro Variety streamer streaming on Wednesday and Saturday nights, and we play series. We play Metal Gear and Phantasy Star are the two series at the moment. And we got to the point where we did all of Metal Gear, so we're doing some extra Kojima stuff, so we're playing Policenauts. Dave Dingo, welcome in. Give Dave a shout out as well, playing Heavy Rain earlier. He was pressing A to Jason. I may have been lurking. Heavy Dave. Yes, get to come say hi now. You're on night schedule. Hello, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid. That's really appreciated. It's such a fucking hilarious game. It is. Like, Fahrenheit/Indigo Prophecy is goofy, but I think it comes off better than Heavy Rain does. I base this on having seen playthroughs of the both. I haven't played either. But yes, he was pressing X. Jason! 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 There's something about the great graphic. Exactly. Like the Indigo Prophecy ones being a bit more low res, a bit more polygonal makes it, easier to get into. But with Heavy Rain, it's getting too realistic, and it's like, why are they doing what they're doing? These realistic looking people. He had to have a reason for putting this here. So we're investigating the disappearance of a man named Hojo. And apparently there is a Japanese family crest that is the Triforce. And that one on bottom right is also a company logo. I can't remember what it is, but anyway. Let's look at the Triforce. Come on. Let's see what this one says. Sun Hojo, the Hojo Uroku, or scales. It says the scales came from a dragon. This isn't my father's family crest. Even though his family name is Hojo, it's not the actual crest he uses. This is speaking in general terms. There's a legend about its origin. One night, the regent of Kamakura, Tokamasa Hojo, went to pray for the prosperity of his descendants at Enoshima, when a half-human, half-snake woman appeared before him and gave him 3 scales. Kamakura is where you grew up, Dave. Oh, wow. Small world. What's your family crest? Is it a dingo? Is it your avatar? DJ Alpha Omega, welcome in. Thank you for joining in on the raid. Just a dingo, yeah. Okay, cool. Did you ever see the half snake woman? Was she hot? He tried to ensure that prosperity by making the scales into his family crest. So these are snake scales. No, that's where I went to the most haunted place you've ever been. Well, you're going to have to tell us that story. Let's see what it says. Takatsuna Sasaki, the Miyu. This belongs to the Omi Genji clan, of which Sasaki was a member. It's supposed to represent a dying pattern, or so I heard. Let's see what this one says. Hideki Kobayakawa, the crest of the Kotori family, originating from the Kotori Shrine in Chiba Prefecture. The Kotori Shrine also uses... Oh, here we go. Oh, gosh, I pressed the button. I'm not going to get the chance to say that word again. Koshichikori? Something like that. I was winding up to say it and I pressed the circle button by mistake. Let's see what this one says. God. There's a lot of reading in this game if you hadn't guessed already. Nagamasa Asai. Kanadabishi inside Mitsumori Kiko. Or flower diamonds inside 3 tortoise shells. This is from the Itsukushima Shrine in Hiroshima Prefecture. It came from the shape of a large boulder in front of a subordinate shrine. That's what I heard anyway. I started typing, but it would be too long. Sorry, I can't tell that story. Oh, yes, we did a log. It's better than bad, it's good. Everybody just go to Dave's stream next time he's on and ask for his scary ghost story. That'll be the way to go. Tell it to us live. Let's see what it says. Dosen Saito, the Narishiko, or Fringe Pink. It says he was the one who originally made this flower into a crest. Right, we'll do Tokugawa last. Let's see what it says. Mutsunari Ishida, the Kuyo. It says the Kuyo were heavenly bodies originally used for fortune telling in ancient India. This looks somewhat familiar. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Let's see what it says. God, Ed's doing it. It's all Ed. Toshie Maida, the Kaga Umabachi, or Kaga Plum Blossom. Maida designed this to stand out from all the other plum crests that were around at the time. Some people think he was a descendant of the Sugihara family. That's what I heard anyway. You put a flashlight on your face for extra spooky. Not with Dave's square jaw. The light wouldn't make it wouldn't make it up there. Let me tell you a story. Ooh. All right, anyway, let's go. Let's do the actual crest we want to see. We can have a campfire. It'll be great. Let's see what it says. Iyasu Tokugawa, the Tokugawa Aioi, or Hollyhocks. It says this became the Matsudara family crest from the relationship with the Kamo shrines and was later inherited by Tokugawa. We have them to thank for that putrid logo. God, Jonathan, calm down. Okay, God. Whew. You click on a little background detail and you talk for 10 minutes. That's Japanese colored paper, or irigami. Dad wrote one of his favorite words on it. What does it say? It says fuck. It's one of my favorite words anyway. Uru. It means the high road. He used to say, one should always walk the high road. Dad told me he owes his success as a scientist to living by this philosophy. That's a hanging scroll, or a kakejiko. Is it a talisman? It's a Japanese custom to decorate the alcove with art and writing. What's written on it? My doctrine is that of an all-pervading unity. Dad said it's part of the Analects of Confucius. God, could I get any more S's into Confucius? What's in the shrine? Ah, there we go.
ロレイン。
母さんの仏壇、まだホームから遺体が届いてませんけど。
遺体をビヨンドへ入れるには手続きが非常に難しいんだ。
母さんも日系人だから仏壇に。
ロレインが死んだのは俺の責任だ。彼女は助けを求めてきた。俺を頼って。しかし、俺は彼女を追い返した。辛かったんだ。
でも母さんは幸福だったはずです。あなたに会えて。それが 何よりもの慰め。
One should always walk the high road, unless they're jealous. Then they should burn all things that remind their current wife of their ex-husband. Oh, it's cool how it just goes into voice acting. I tell you what, I wish it went into voice acting more. There's a lot of text. It's not like if I was just playing it, I would want more text. But because I'm streaming it, I want more voice acting. More, even though it's in Japanese, please. Yeah, I hate reading on stream, exactly. All right, let's show the ID card. I hope that can help somehow. Back, okay. The way this game works is if we haven't seen everything there is to see in an area, they may not let us leave. So let's see if we can leave. I like visual novels, but don't know about streaming them. Yeah. There's a lot of liquids, a lot of fluids.
カレン、すまなかった。
私、真実を知りたい。だから約束してくださる。どんなことが分かっても父に関すること、私に隠さないで教えてください。母に代わって依頼料は払います。
分かった。約束しよう。しかし金はいらない。この件はロレイン本人から頼まれたものだ。依頼人はロレインと俺本人だ。
ジョナサンって呼んでもいいかしら。
ああ。
ジョナサン、私、さっきは言い過ぎたわ。ごめんなさい。
カレンさん、ロレインがあんなことになったんだ。あなたも安全とはいえ、何かあればすぐ BCP まで連絡してください。部下を送ります。
ありがとう。
じゃあ、カレン。
ジョナサ
ン。なんだ？
あなたずっとタバコ加えてたわね。
こいつは病気なんだ。気に障ったのなら。
いえ、母からはそんな話聞いたことないから。
大丈夫。このビヨンドにいればやめるさ、きっと。
そうね。じゃあ。
失礼するよ。
Never smoked before. He's a clone. It's like the third game I played with Doki Doki Literature Club. That's a heavy one. Themes-wise, such a good one and relatively short, yeah. You also get the benefit of full voice acting for all the new titles. Okay. Heavy on the, yes, heavy on the reading. Okay, so we've been to Hojo's place of work. We've been to his home. On the day he disappeared, he went to the hospital, BCCH. Let's go there next.
BCCH へ行って、北条の担当していた薬局員に話を聞こう。
俺は病院と注射は苦手なんだが。
俺だってそうだ。患者じゃないんだ。気を楽に行こうぜ。しかし、あの DDS の話からすると、この先注射はなくなるかもしれんぞ。
そうなると困るな。
どうして？
病院を嫌う口実がなくなる。看護婦に甘える口実が減る。
Jonathan. Womp 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 womp. He's so horny. Some of the bigger ones I've put hundreds of hours into. Crikey. Wonder how long it would take to play something like Tokameki Memorial.
Jonathan, これがビヨンド1のマンモス病院、ビヨンド中央病院 BCCH だ。
でかい病院だな。
さあ、北条の手がかりを探そう。
Okay, it's the hospital's nameplate. Beyond Coast Central Hospital, just like you said. I believed you. Oh, look at that sunshine. Look at that flare. I can't get over the size of this place. You won't find a better hospital here, not just in terms of treatment facilities, patient capacity, numbers of doctors and nurses, you name it. Okay, this is the main entrance. I always go for 100% though. Still haven't completed Planet. God, wouldn't you have to play through, like, do multiple playthroughs and all the branching options to get 100% in lots of these games? I remember trying to get 100% 999 and that took bloody ages.
BCH のロビーだぞ。
これだけのマンモス病院だ。北条の知人を探すのも一苦労だろうな。
しかし今はそれしか道はない。気を持ち直して北条の手がかりを探そう。
They must be waiting for something. Hey, she looks pretty nice from this angle. God, Jonathan, in your pants, please. There's a signboard giving directions around the hospital. Where do you suppose all the sales reps hang out? It won't say anything on this. Let's ask at reception. They look like a patient too. He looks like he's got a mental illness or something. Man, what are you going to talk about people like that? Jonathan, you're making big assumptions about people from the backs of their heads. Check out that Chinese-looking dude. He's got a hand towel tied around his head. A lot of them do that to keep warm. Why would anyone in their right mind be doing that here? Maybe he's sick with a cold. It's very rude. Seems like another patient. They don't look too good. These are hospital patients. They won't be able to help us. At least we look like that together. But come on, though. If you've ever been in a hospital waiting room, you kind of do look around. Because unfortunately, I've had to sit in the hospital waiting rooms with my kids a couple of times. You know, somebody comes in with a arm all bandaged or a gash on their face, and you're just like, ooh, how'd they manage that? And you got nothing better to do while you're waiting, so you're just like looking and you're just listening and everything else. Because your kid is playing on your phone to keep them entertained because they've hurt themselves in some way, shape, or form. They won't be able to help us. Okay, good. I'm glad they won't be able to help us. What's the stock ticker up here? There's a notice board for people waiting for appointments or medication. They're all patients here. He looks like he's talking to the receptionist. Especially before smartphones, exactly. We should try inquiring at reception ourselves. Remember magazines? Okay. There's the hospital's information counter. Why don't we try asking about Hojo? Good idea. Approach. May we speak with you a moment? Yes, so as
今日はどうされましたか？
いや、実は
初診の方ですね。こちらのアンケート用紙に症状を詳しくご記入ください。
違うんだ。俺たちはどこも悪くはない。
俺たちはビヨンド警察のものなんだが、ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんだ。
警察の方？何でしょう？
All right. Of course, they played the nurses song. She kind of shows a lot for a hospital receptionist. Can I like enforce some editorial control and not read everything that Jonathan's going to say about nurses here, please? She's cute. I wouldn't mind getting a shot from her. God damn.
実は人を探してるんだが、北条健三という人物だ。徳川製薬のプロパーで、この病院にもよく出入りしているらしいんだが。
徳川製薬のプロパーの方ですか？
知らないか？
プロパーの方は関係者用の通用口から出入りしますので分かりません。
誰ならわかる？
そういう件でしたら当病院の理事長に相談されては。
理事長ね。
どちらにせよ理事長の許可が必要ですから。
We can still ask 20 bajillion questions. Ask about Hojo. He would have been here a number of times. You honestly don't know him? I'm sorry, but I don't remember meeting him. I only deal with patients. I don't know anything about sales reps from Tokugawa or anywhere else. Try asking the director about it. So we've got to go through all the options. Where do we go to see the director? The director can be found in the director's office. Well, why do I feel like an idiot? What's the director like? She's young and extremely charming. You can definitely see how she used to be a model. She? Nani? The director's a woman? We all love her here. She's smart and beautiful and famous too. God damn. What a boss. Ask about the hospital. Okay. This is the largest hospital on Beyond. We've also been designated as one of the colony's emergency relief facilities in the event of an accident or disaster. Our organ transplantation technology is the most advanced in the world, or off it. We're well known even on Earth. There are many people who come all the way from Earth to receive treatment here. It's easier to obtain organs here on Beyond than it is on home, you see. Why is that? They've established a unified organ distribution network and transplant coordination system here. There still isn't a consensus between countries on Earth on how to handle the organ issue. You have to go through a lot of red tape to get anywhere there. The first floor consists of outpatient and examination rooms, while the second floor and above house patient rooms and ORs. There's also a zero-G treatment ward located in the centre of the colony. We have approximately 800 doctors on staff, divided into 25 departments. The hospital is about as perfect as any hospital could be. What was it, science, technology, management? Lacrymus, welcome in. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while, my man. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well. I'm playing Policenauts. Talking to nurses. In the perfect hospital. So, is there a name that I can put to this beautiful face? Are you trying to hit on me? Destiny has obviously brought us together for some reason we've yet to understand. I'm just trying to get to know you, that's all. Those lines will get you nowhere, buddy. If you're hospitalized here, I suppose you might get to know me a little then. So is that a no? That's a no. Would I be treated by nurses as breathtaking as you? Of course, you get the very best care. But they wouldn't be indulging in any fantasies of yours, I'm afraid. She'd make sure you got a bunch of male nurses. I'm okay. I had to have brain surgery, so I've been down and out for a while. Well, I hope that went well. I hope you're doing well. Serious stuff. All right, that's enough with that. You're ruining our image. Where's the director's office? At the end of Block B here on the first floor. I'll let her know you're coming. If you follow the green line, they'll take you straight there. Okay. Would you look at that? God damn, that's hot. Show a little control of her out. She seems pretty cute too. Good Lord, Jonathan. Calm the fuck down. Can't look at any of the screens or anything. We just have to... That's what I can be, thanks. This game is odd. This game is Kojima.
あなたたちが刑事さんね。受付から連絡もらったわ。
あなたがこの病院の理事長？
そうよ。女だとは思わなかった？
いや、受付で聞いてはいたんだが。
少しホームなまりのあるな。
私は BCCH 理事長のクリス・ゴドウィンです。
私は BCP 風紀課のエド・ブラウン。
俺はジョナサン・イングナム。OLA で。
ああ、そうだ。やっぱりそうだわ。どこかで見た顔だと思った。あなたたちポリスノーツのエドとジョナサン？
どうして？
私よ。覚えてないかしら？一度少女雑誌のカバーを一緒に撮影したでしょ？もう30年も前だけど。
おう、あのモデルのクリスちゃん。そうか、女らしくなって。
あのクリスか？モデルか。受付でも言ってたな。
もうすっかりおばちゃんよ。そうね、あなたたちなの。会えて嬉しいわ。で、どんな用件？
What is that in her hand? Is that like a flask? Is she drunk?
その手に持っているものは？
Ah.
マスキートよ。
マスキート？
ええ、小型の採血マイクロマシーンよ。このマスキート、プログラムがいかれちゃって制御できないの。ようやく先回収したのよ。
I can tell you more about it if you're interested. There's the pocketbook. Yeah, okay. She's not drunk. Right. Right. Calm down, game. What's this? It's potpourri. It has a lavender fragrance. It got sent. I get it sent to me by a friend on home. Go ahead and smell it. Yeah, it does smell like lavender. Riveting content. Oh, there she is. It's the cover of a teen magazine from 30 years ago. They've got us and the other Policenauts on the front. Seeing you guys brings back so many memories. Would have been 14 then. I remember how cute you were, Chris. Yeah, real cute. So she's 44? This is me before I lost everything. I was just a kid back then myself. As a poster for a casting couch video. 14. There's Tokugawa. He never smiles when he gets his picture taken. We met Gates. There's Gates. He was Mr. Popular. What's the other guy's name? Salvatore. Oh, that's right. He always joked around when we did pictures like this. Yeah, that's fascinating.
Chris の子供？
それは他人の子供よ。
君の子供じゃないの？
ジョナサン、よせ。
悪かった。
Before and after. You seem a little sad for someone your age. I was 19 if I remember right. It's a newborn baby. I don't even remember his name. Okay. He's a cute little guy. It's Kristen in her teens. She's holding a baby. Okay. Not sure what's up there. What are all these papers? I've got things like my medical license and the hospital's accreditation up there. These are books on organ transplantation. That's my area of expertise. All right. There was the smell option there. We can smell her. I simply can't get over how beautiful you are, Chris. You've aged like a fine wine. You're a sweet guy, Jonathan. I must say you're just as charming as when we shot that photo. That's a nice smell. It's the same as that potpourri, isn't it? Yeah. It's lavender perfume. I just hate the smell of drugs. Well, we have to. We just had to. That's the only reason I wear it. You have about as many people wearing fragrances here as you do smoking cigarettes. Hey, nothing wrong with either. For the game. Exactly.
実は行方不明になったある人物の足取りを追っている。王城健三という。
王女？聞かないわね。ここの患者なの？
その男、徳川製薬のプロパーなんだ。徳川製薬でこの病院に薬を卸してるって聞いたんだ。
ここの薬関係の担当者を紹介してもらえないか。
ああ、それなら薬局の薬剤師に聞けばわかるはずよ。ここの薬の管理はすべて彼に任してるから。それで？
Ask about Hojo. So you don't know anything at all about Hojo? The littlest thing could help. No, this is the first time I've heard of him. I'm sorry. He would have dealt mainly with the pharmacist when he was here. Okay, that's a repeat. You have your own pharmacy here? Beyond has the same medical system you find in Japan, where a doctor can also serve as pharmacist. When people get their prescription in a hospital, they'll receive their medication from its pharmacy. We have our own pharmacy since there's no separation between prescribing and dispensing in our medical industry. The profit margin for drugs here is astronomical. Doctors rake in an extra 20 to 30% by dispensing themselves. Hospitals and drug companies make a killing in this system because the price of drugs for patients is so high. One of the reasons Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals has become so successful is because it lobbied for the implementation of the Japanese system on Beyond in the early days of the colony. Plus, there's the fact that people here prefer to take a drug for something, even if they don't actually need it. All this has led to overprescription, a large drug profit margin, and a medical industry that benefits doctors and hospitals instead of patients. Personally, I'm against doing things this way. We should be working on separating the industry like places on home. But as a businesswoman, it's great for us. Ching, ching, ching. The hospital wouldn't be where it is today without the system. Yeah, I get all that. So the American healthcare system, exactly. Great minds. Yeah, I get all that, but what about the pharmacist? Oh yeah, the pharmacist. You mean Jun Ishida? Ask about Ishida, there we go. What can you tell us about this Ishida? Jun Ishida is an employee of Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals assigned to us here at the hospital. He can be a bit of an odd character, but he gets the job done. This healthcare system is horrible garbage. Will someone please fix it? Yes, please. Save us. Well, ours is a bit better, but no, it makes some money. Oh. He works for Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. We have an important relationship with Tokugawa. A number of their employees work here. We can never just shut them out. He's a Nisei Beyond. He hasn't got much of a personality, really. None of them do. I only talk to him when it's work-related. The pharmacy's location. Okay, where's the pharmacy located? See that door there? The 2 rooms were originally one. It's a little inconvenient, I know. We split this room up, and that's where we put the pharmacy. The window's out in the hall, of course. You make sure no one steals anything, huh? I guess you could say that. We're planning on moving it soon, since it's been a pain having it like this for so long. Ask about her. So how did Beyond's first teen idol wind up in charge of its biggest hospital? I quit modelling 20 years ago. My parents were doctors here on Beyond. But then they were killed in that spaceplane disaster. That's why I inherited this place. She's a Nepo baby. Board Game Heaven, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Give me a shout out. I'd gone to medical school. This was the only thing that left me. I'm always busy with something, whether it's here or somewhere else. You married, Chris? Nope. I've never had much time for relationships with work. I've devoted my life to my career. Guys stopped showing any interest in me a long time ago anyway. I find that very, very hard to believe. Are you saying you'd be interested? So whose child is that in that photo? Son of a friend. When you're doing both sides of this conversation, like you're flirting with yourself. Before I forget, I don't mind when you say things like that to me, but leave that poor receptionist alone, okay? You heard about that already? You must have more important things to talk about than me, don't you? My main job is running the hospital, but since my area of expertise is organ transplantation, I help out a little with that as well. For instance, I'm a consultant for the Beyond Coast Organ Procurement Network, BCOPN, the Beyond Coast Organ Distribution Network, and various other transplant groups. Ooh. I also work as an intermediary between transplant coordinators, donors, and recipients. Are organ transplants really that important in space? Yeah, they're absolutely essential to us. Space's environment has massive effects on the human body. What with the weightlessness and cosmic rays, we still aren't ready for transplanting artificial organs. All medical science can do at the moment is transplant them from other people. What are the dangers of organ transplants? In the past, the biggest problem was post-op rejection, but we've overcome that with the development of Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals immunosuppressant cypostidine, as well as masked transplants which don't trigger a rejection reaction. Masked transplants? It's a revolutionary procedure that's eliminated rejections in recipients. With it, we're able to mask the organ's HLA class 1 antigens before transplantation. Jesus Christ. I'm not too familiar with it, but with its introduction, the number of organ transplants has risen dramatically. The success rate of transplants have gone up while the side effects of immunosuppressants have gone down. We've made countless advances in procedures, preservation methods, and tissue compatibility tests over the years. Technologically speaking, we've cleared every hurdle. The only real problem would be the shortage of donors. We finally established global criteria for brain death after the turn of the century, but a number of issues have maintained the donor shortage. We have the technology, but it's useless without enough donors. Karen's waiting for a donor herself. The only real problem is shortage. Okay. Oh, I don't like it when it gives us more dialogue. I don't like it when that window gets longer. What about using artificial organs? We're a long way from developing organs that can be used long term, function as a complete replacement for the failed organ, and are small enough to be inserted into the body. We do have machine organs and bio-organs, but the only replacements that can currently be classified as complete are artificial bones, teeth, and a type of blood used exclusively for transporting oxygen. You're talking about the artificial blood AP users. There are machines that can function as supplementary hearts and kidneys outside the body, so that's a dialysis machine, but there are problems with internalizing them. The most advanced artificial kidney I can ever see us developing is continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis. Are there any organs you can never replace? I'd say the liver, the pancreas, and the gastrointestinal organs. There are hybrid types in development that combine organic tissue and synthetic materials, but they're still testing them on animals right now. The only place you'll find cyborgs for now are movies and video games and the like. We can't play God at everything, perhaps. Thank God. The ones with rapid cell division rates that are affected the most. So the question was, what's affected by the cosmic rays the most? For instance, bone marrow, lymphatic tissue, the mucosal epithelium of the digestive tract, the reproductive organs. That's what happened to Karen. Then come the kidneys, the liver, the lungs, the skin, blood vessels. Oh, brain death is there, okay. The effects on sperm and fetuses are the most pronounced. Yeah, I know about that. You had to avoid conceiving for at least 6 months after returning from space before. The time frame's been reduced, but amphibians still have to be careful with that. Let's ask about brain death. Nothing but cheery topics tonight. You mentioned brain death. Brain death is different from persistent vegetative state. In persistent vegetative state, the cerebral cortex stops functioning while the brainstem continues to work normally. Some people differentiate between total brain death and brainstem death, but in both cases, the brainstem, which basically speaking regulates the body's life support system, stops functioning. There's many criteria involved in declaring brain death. Before, conditions varied from country to country, but we now have a worldwide consensus for declaring a person brain dead. The donation of organs or tissue from a brain-dead individual is based on the doctrine of informed consent from either the individual when still mentally competent or the individual's family or caregiver. I'm an organ donor. I don't care what you do with my bits when I'm gone. Okay, good. 2 to go. Bone marrow transplants. This doesn't have anything to do with our investigation, but how complex a procedure is a bone marrow transplant? A bone marrow transplant? Well, all transplants are complex procedures, but bone marrow transplants in particular. You can't perform the transplant without a donor whose HLA matches the recipient's. Everything depends on them matching. The problem doesn't hinge on the procedure itself as much as finding a donor. We know someone who's waiting for a bone marrow transplant. Does they have any siblings? None. In that case, it won't be easy. You need a donor with matching HLA. You can't do the transplant otherwise. You look impressed, Jonathan. I guess. Okay. Last one, mosquitoes. Nanomachines. It's a mosquito-type robot developed by Tokugawa Heavy Industries and Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. It's designed for drawing blood from people and animals and administering shots. With this, you can draw blood without the subject feeling a thing. It can also be used for donating blood. They've been hit with a lot of criticism, but these guys are one of the reasons we've been able to keep AIDS and other diseases under control here. They fly by flapping their wings. They were designed through biomechanics. I don't know the details. So she doesn't know Hojo, but Hojo helped develop the mosquitoes. We saw a hologram of it at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. Oh no.
大変みんな捕まえて血を吸われるわよ
Get your gun out.
ジョナサン壁に止まったわそっと捕まえて外に出すと大変だわ
どうやって？カーソルでクリックするんだ。慎重にな。
The fourth wall. Oh, it moved.
くそ、逃げられた。
私の鼻に。
クリス、じっとしてるんだ。
動かないように。
早くして。
Yeah,
ま
no
た逃げられ
chance.
た。
Oh, come on, game.
ダメ。早く捕まえて。
美味しいところに泊まりやがった。
ジョナサン、俺に任せろ。
断る。俺が頼まれた。
Just move.
こいつ、また逃げられるのがオチだ。
二人とも早く捕まえてよ。
申し訳ない。
くそ、また逃げられた。
下手くそ。
刺されたわ。
Oh, come on.
やだ。こんなところに。
おお、今度は胸だ。
Fly us
だ
open.
からジョナサン、
俺の役目だ。
俺は人生を恨むよ。
Fuck.
くそ、また逃げられた。
ジョナサン、真面目にやれ。
お願い。早く捕まえて。
Oh, man attempt that
くそ
time.
また逃げられた。
ジョナサン、真面目にやれ。
お願い。早く捕まえて。
Fuck.
くそ、また逃げられた。
God, let me out of this sequence,
ジョナ
please.
サン、真面目にやれ。
お願い。早く捕まえて。
くそ、また逃げられた。
ジョナサン、真面目にやれ。
お願い。早く捕まえて。
God damn. Just keep slapping.
やった、触った触った。
ありがとう、ジョナサン。
いや、こんなことならいつでも。
ジョナサン、お前な、後で感想を聞かせろよ。
本当におかしな人たちね、ポリスノーツさん。まるでバディ映画から抜け出たみたい。
まあ、大事に至らなくてよかった。
そうね。さあ、これからどうするお二人さん。
じゃあ、薬局を見せてもらうよ。
どうぞ、そこの扉よ。あ、ジョナサン、
なんだい。
そのタバコ、なんとかならない？
これか。
医者としては黙認できないんだけど。
香水好きの女性としてなら黙認できるだろう。
Talk about
オ
cigarettes.
ッケーよ。脅迫がうまいわね。
男と女の駆け引きさ。
God, the cigarettes better be plot relevant at some point because they talk a lot about the bloody cigarettes.
何の用だいあんたら。薬なら窓口で。
心配はいらない。俺たちは BCP のものだ。理事長の許可は得ている。
警察？
石田さんでしょ。薬局の責任者。
はあ、僕が石田純だけど、一応ここの薬局を任されてるけど。で、どんな要件なんだい？
Hooray. Someone we can't harass. He looks like a fun guy. Let's look at his badge. So to be sure people remember who's your boss, huh? Everything changes when this shows up. So what can I help you with? Well, let's smell him too. What's that I smell? You mean like a rat? No, I mean like what on earth is that stench? I guess it's the drugs. You really think it smells in here? What do you want, officers? Okay, let's talk.
今日伺ったのは徳川製薬の北条健三氏に関してなんだが、
北条さん、あの人が何か。
行方不明なんだ。
そうなの。そういえばここんとこ見なかったな。
知ってるんだな。
知ってます。
Right, let's ask about Hojo. What kind of person was Hojo? I couldn't tell you much about him. We only knew each other through work. He was a traditional Japanese type of guy, different from Beyonds like me. It's not like him to just disappear. You might say it was a little too serious, that turned people off. But for something like this to happen, we weren't that close. We stuck to business. Any idea what might have happened to him? Not really. He's not the type to take off like that. But a number of the terrestrials who come here end up going a little screwy and skip out. The rate of mental illness here is several times higher than the bases in Antarctica. I like how everybody in this game just has fun facts. The guy at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals brought that up too. I'm a Beyond, so I don't get it. It's been a good while since the last time he was here. I wonder what happened to him. Have you tried checking space plane passenger lists? If he hasn't left Beyond, something real bad must have happened to him. It's harder for someone to stay hidden here than on home. Close to impossible, really. Maybe he really did go back home. No one ever stays missing for long here. This is a colony. They find you sooner or later. Right, K9, that's what Hojo was developing when he came to the hospital. Is Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals' newest DDS, a capsule that's distributed evenly throughout the body even in weightlessness. How does it work? It uses the difference in osmotic pressure between areas of the body to control the release of a drug. Gravity doesn't play a factor at all. Hojo was bringing samples of it over. I wonder if that's what I got from Rin. Is it that big of a development? Yep. Well, something that uses osmotic pressure isn't that new, but the one in K9, woof woof, is by far the most effective. Maybe take a look at the K9 you have here. Unfortunately, there's none left. K9 is a capsule that uses osmotic pressure to control a drug's release. Okay. Let's ask about the last time they met. When was the last time you saw Hojo? Let me think. It was the last K9 delivery, so that would have been the 15th. Delivery? I thought K9 wasn't on the market yet. They're only samples for data gathering. Ask about the 15th. Oh, here we go.
あの時は K9 を3セット持ってきて。
ちょっと待った。3セットだって。徳川製薬のホワイトボードには100セットって書いてあったぞ。
そんなバカな。ただのサンプルですよ。100セットもどうするんです。患者に配るんですか、発売前の薬を。
なるほど。おかしいな。残りの97セットはどこ？
Who let the dogs out?
彼に変わったところ。
Woof.
そういえば何か怯えていたような。いつもは冷静な人なんだけど感情的だったな。これから徳川会長に会ってくるって本人はそう言ってましたよ。
He's got to go tell the boss what's what. No wonder he's dead. I mean, missing. Anything else? He definitely acted different, but that's all that comes to mind. It's a worry for me too. We haven't finished the K9 study yet. The company won't talk to me. Meanwhile, the hospital's been on my case about it. This thing's all kinds of trouble. At least now I know why Hojo hasn't been around. Ask about Tokugawa.
徳川会長。あの貞興か。
会長は僕らには雲の上の存在だよ。面識もほとんどない。でも北条さんは違ってたな。よく会長に食事に招待されてたみたいだから。会長は大の日本人びいきなんだ。
相変わらずレイシストだな。
昔からあいつはそうだった。人種に偏見を持っていた。
北条さんのことを会長なら何か知ってるかもね。
I was going to make a joke that he's racist, but then the game just went, yep, he's racist. I've never spoken with him at length. We chatted briefly when I joined the company, but that's about it. You hear rumours about him, but you can't always believe what you hear. We certainly don't have a direct relationship or anything.
佐渡木にはどこに行けば会える？
会長なら徳川ビルにいるよ。コロニーの支柱が徳川グループのシンボリックビルになってるんだ。通常は支柱プロップって呼ばれてる。会長はいつもそこにいるはずだよ。
そのプロップなら知ってる。ビヨンドで有数の名所だ。
エド、そこへ行ってみよう。
Me? Not much to say, really. I was born and raised on Beyond, graduated from university here, got my pharmacist's license, then joined Tokugawa. Yeah, I know it should have a home accent. We still don't have a separation of the medical industry on Beyond. Pharmacists like me aren't held in very high regard here. Our only options are to join either a company or a hospital pharmacy. Fortunately for me, I was able to join Tokugawa since I'm in Say. But then they went and sent me to this damned hospital. Fucking insult. What does my life story have to do with Hojo? I bet the folks on home would be surprised to hear about what goes on here. The only ones who benefit from this system are people like Tokugawa and the doctors. They pump Beyonds full of drugs they don't need, and those fools are happy to keep paying for them. The more drugs we shell out, the more the drug companies and hospitals make. Not to mention the insurance companies. That's the way the whole system is designed. This is what happens to guys like me.
なんだか徳川に不満があるようだね。
不満？そりゃあるさ。俺は北条さんとは違う。
徳川の人間でも不満はあるのか？
徳川には徳川にしかわからない内部事情があるんだ。
They stick pharmacies and hospitals purely for the money. Who'd want to spend their life working in a place like this? It's the headquarters of the Tokugawa Group on Beyond. It supports a set of the colony's surfaces and windows, figuratively, if not literally. I'm hardly ever there. Got no reason to. If you're heading that way, be sure and ask about Hojo. That's where he met with the president that day. I guess it's been at least several years since the last time I was there. Okay. Yeah, that's Hojo. That's his wife? Yeah, I know that. That's President Tokugawa in the middle. Okay. Let's not show him the ID card. This is the same thing they had at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals, isn't it? Of course. This links to the Tokugawa Group via network. There's another thin terminal. It's called the T-Gear 99. Everyone in the group uses it. Only Tokugawa employees can log onto it. Don't mind us, we're just going to poke around a little. Yeah, nice try. I don't care if you're the police. If something got out, it's me who'd be getting the knock on the door. They didn't let us use it at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals either. What do you expect? That's an R&D, for Christ's sake. Worth a try. Look at all the drugs in this place. We got almost all the hospital's drugs here. I take them over to the window whenever someone needs something. They must really fill a lot of prescriptions. They've got an incredible supply here. Okay, let's leave.
どうも。これで失礼するよ。
随分と長い間邪魔しちまったな。
ああ、もうこんな時間か。
時間は無駄にはならんよ。
Time is never truly wasted.
じゃ、刑事さん。
Sorry that took so long. That should be the tagline for the whole fucking game. Did you learn anything? Let's ask about Tokugawa. Maybe that'll help. Let's talk about the 15th. It seems Hojo was here on the 15th. The 15th? Let's see, the 15th. I wasn't here that day. I was away attending a medical conference. A medical conference? Metal Gear? Yeah, on organ transplants. Oh, well. Ishida should have been here that day. Yeah, he was. Most medical products used on Beyond are made by Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. I'd be lying if I said there weren't any sort of relationship between us. We do have a business relationship, but I don't know him personally. Okay. It's the headquarters of the Tokugawa Group on the colony. You should go there sometime. It's one of Beyond's most famous places. I've been there a few times myself. It's an incredible place, Jonathan. You'll see what I mean if you go. You ever heard of something called K9? K9? Maybe it's part of Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals K series. I know about the ones up to K8, but this is the first I've heard of a K9. Okay, that's enough talking about medical stuff. Thanks for your time, Doctor. See ya. She's still got that mosquito. We're back in the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby, get ourselves some treats. Can you believe Chris runs this entire place? I don't envy her. Anything is possible through nepotism. This game is basically just all the incredibly long cutscenes from MGS without any of the gameplay split up. Yes! Exactly. That is the perfect description. Because good heavens. Like, it's just all the stuff Kojima nerds out about. But instead of being delivered by voice acting, it's just all text. Right, next up.
ジョナサン、徳川ビルに向かうぞ。行けばわかるが、文字通りこのビヨンドを象徴するところだ。ビヨンドへの観光客は必ず見に行く。そして徳川の力に圧倒される。見えるか？あの支柱が徳川本社ビルだ。
なるほど。確かにあの支柱にこのコロニーが支えられているように見える。
コロニーの地表面とウィンドウ面をつないでいる。
お前の言う通り、徳川は俺たちの手には負えんかもしれんな。
おじけづいたか、ジョナサン。
俺はビヨンドについても徳川についても何も知らない。
その分俺が知ってる。そのためのパートナーだ。
その根性なら安心だ、相棒。
Oh, they're partners. They're partners. Oh, looks intense from this angle.
通称プロップだ。
コロニーの天と地を支える支柱、プロップか。
Pretty overwhelming, isn't it? As you can see, it's more or less built into the colony. A pillar in more ways than one. Chris was right. There's no denying it's an incredible place. It's obvious why it's so popular. There's the Tokugawa lettering. That's the Tokugawa logo. They've borrowed the Mitsuba Aoi, or the three Hollyhocks. Let's go inside, fuck it.
そしたら徳川ビルへ入るぞ。ここが徳川ビルのフロントだ。建築史上有名なところだ。
How many lobbies have we been in now? They're cranking the Japanese up, the Japanese levels. It's a miniature of Tokugawa's moon plant. It was the first permanent moon base established by a corporation. There's a girl sitting there. She must be the receptionist. Why don't we go talk to her? She's got a flirty face, like the kind you see in teenagers. Jonathan! Fuck.
BCP のものだが、ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんだが。
警察の方？はあ、なんでしょう。
Tell us about President Tokugawa. The president came to Beyond as one of the Policenauts, later becoming head of the Tokugawa group. He's also currently director of the International Space Promotion Agency, a very important man. What's your opinion of the president? Some don't speak very highly of him, but they're just jealous of his success. I trust him completely. He stops and talks to us all the time. He's very nice. Look at you playing up to them, Sadaoki. We'd like to speak with President Tokugawa. Where is he right now? Do you have an appointment? I wouldn't mind making an appointment with you. It's rather certain, so no, we don't. I'm sorry, but in that case, I'm afraid there's nothing I can do. President Tokugawa is currently out on business related to Beyond's anniversary. He's extremely busy at the moment. President Tokugawa isn't here right now. I'm very sorry, but I'll have to ask you to try again some other time. We'd like to know about a man called Kenzo Hojo. He's an employee with Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. We need to know when he was last here. Mr. Hojo? Sorry, I don't know him. Do you know his employee ID number? No, but we have a picture of it. We do know his employee ID number. It's on the fucking card. This man is Kenzo Hojo. Do you recognize him? His face doesn't stick out in my mind. Hang on a sec. Let's just save and show the ID card. I thought that had a number on it. The Baronade? Rate of 37 viewers. Oh my gosh, welcome in, welcome in, welcome. Welcome to Mystical Machine Gun's reading hour, reading corner, where we are reading Policenauts more than playing it. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. What were you playing? Let's have a look at this. The Baronade. Yumizuru, welcome in. Thanks for the licks, I guess. 120 star speedruns. Is that Super Mario 64? Is that some speed running happening there? That's great. Well, welcome in, Raiders. I'm Mystical Machine Gun. I'm a retro variety streamer. I play Wednesday and Friday nights, I should say. And I like to do series playthroughs. And the current series we're playing through are Metal Gear and Phantasy Star. So we're up to some high-octane gaming. Awesome. Thank you for the follow as well, the Baronade and Yuma Zero. And yeah, so we finished the mainline Metal Gear game. So we're doing some extra Kojima love. So yes, also Aussie, oi, oi, oi. And yes, so we've done Snatcher as a bonus. Now we're doing Policenauts as a bonus. We will be doing Death Stranding, and we will be doing Metal Gear Survive as well. Right now, we're in the middle of text land, where we just talk, and read. So bear with me. We're investigating the disappearance of a man named Hojo. We're now in his company headquarters, and we're trying to sweet talk our way past the receptionist. And we're about to show his ID card that we should not have, so I saved just in case. Why are you showing me one of our IDs? Oh, for crying out loud. Serenaders. All right. Okay, she doesn't know Hojo. He may have been here before, but if he was, he didn't leave a lasting impression. What about records of any visits? Yes, I would be able to check those. Hojo's visit, okay.
重要なことなんだ。15日の午後、北条健三という人物がこのビルに来てるはずなんだが。
待ってください。何しろ来客が多いもので一人一人については来客記録を見てみます。ここから中に入る人は必ず来社時間と退社時間を記録しているはずですから。
Her arm is in front of the computer.
ありました。はい。確かに15日の16時に北条健三さんが来社されています。記録によるとそのまま会長室にお通ししています。
ということは、貞興もその時間にここにいた。
退社時間は？
退社時間はあれ？おかしいですね。消えています。退社時間は記録にありません。
He didn't leave by the door. He left by the top floor window.
記録によると北条さんはまだこのビルを出ていないことになりますね。
他に出口は？
非常用の出入り口はいくつもありますが、チェックシステムを抜けることは容易ではありません。
つまり北条の痕跡はここでぷっつりと切れているってわけか。
Plot thickens.
このビル内に幽閉されているか、あるいはただならぬ方法で外に出たか。
ロレインが言ってたように、 この状況で会社から捜索願いが出ていないのはおかしすぎる。
徳川が臭いな。
そんなおかしいですね。
This information is absolutely correct. The system reads each employee's personal ID card. It doesn't make mistakes. It also performs a voice print scan, retinal scan, and fingerprint scan. It gets really hard to get into the building at 9 a.m. This could very well be the first time this has happened. Is he one of our employees, or Ishido is the pharmacist at the hospital? Yeah, he's been posted to BCCH from Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. The name doesn't ring a bell. The receptionist is not going to know everybody in a giant pharmaceutical company. Can you check on him like Hojo? Just a moment. Yes, we do have an employee by that name. Are there any records of him having been here? Let's see. Not the last several years, no. He was telling the truth. Ask about the building. Oh, here we go. Here comes a lore dump. The prop, in addition to functioning as the Tokugawa Group's headquarters here, is also one of the most widely known examples of space architecture, likened symbolically to a pillar supporting the colony, as its name suggests. The surface side contains the reception hall, the situation room, employee offices, the auditorium, the president's office, and the all-purpose hall. It also has the garden, one of the main features of the prop. The window side contains most of the building's parking garages, the security room, the disaster control center, and the motor room, among other areas. The building's air conditioning, heating, lighting, disaster control system, and employee management system are all run by computer. Let's talk about the garden. The garden is our zero-gravity event area located in the center of the building. It's accessible via linear elevator. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's go to the screens. That's a multivision behind me. It runs information pertaining to the Tokugawa Group. It uses the amazing future tech of having 9 TVs stacked on top of each other. Funny how it's only showing the 2 places we've been to, isn't it? I agree. Very funny. Let's get in the elevator. Let's go, Ed. Sadaoki's going to be up there. May we? Wait, do you have a search warrant? I don't need a warrant with Sadaoki. Stop. Oh, this is awkward. Forget this. We'll find Sadaoki ourselves. You want me to call the police? We are the police. That's a display of select Tokugawa Group companies. The Tokugawa Group is divided into 138 companies. Its main divisions include Tokugawa Heavy Industries, Tokugawa Electronics, Tokugawa Construction, Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals, Foods, and Mining. If you'd like to know more, I'll be happy to talk about them. I'm not going to ask her. I'm not going to ask. It's an ad for Hotel California, Tokugawa's space hotel. It's the world's first hotel in low home orbit. Okay, what can we do? It's a high-speed linear elevator. You could call it one of the building's arteries. Let's move. I said stop. No can do. Are you implying President Tokugawa has broken the law?
そっちがそのつもりならいいですか？人を呼びますよ。
ジョナサン、まずいぞ。
しつこいと本当に人を呼びますよ。
本気みたいだぞ、ジョナサン。
Please don't make my job difficult. Okay. I don't have any recollection. Thing is, all Tokugawa employees look the same. God, this game is racist against Japanese people. Yeah, it can be hard to distinguish between Japanese. Even more so between Tokugawa employees, I bet. For about the 4th time tonight, may I reiterate that Mystical Machine Guns does not support the views expressed in this game. I have every reason to believe this is accurate. It's virtually impossible to tamper with the system's data. Someone who works here probably could. Please don't tell anyone we had this conversation. The window side contains most of the building's parking garages, the security room, the disaster control center, and the motor room, among other areas. Okay, so look, I think we just have to keep talking to her. All information here is processed by an 800 gigabyte per second super high-speed optical fiber LAN and satellite link up. That's pretty good. The prop has its own sealers, so the building would be unaffected should a hole open in the colony. The garden consists of an open area covering 20 floors, offering unobstructed views of the entire colony. It's often used for holding parties and other functions. Okay. His face doesn't go to my mind. Show the Policenauts photo. Oh, God damn it. The music's very chill, but I wonder if it would drive you crazy after a while if you worked in the lobby. What's back here? That's a kabuto, a traditional Japanese samurai helmet. Tokugawa does this a lot. He's a 180-degree holographic portraits of the former heads of the Tokugawa group. Okay. There's the Tokugawa logo again. Yep. What do we got here? This is the atrium, one of the main features of the building. It goes straight from one end to the other. Imagine falling from up there. You move into weightlessness the closer you get to the center of the colony, not the opposite side. I can't see the garden from here. It's 3 kilometers from here to the center of the colony. What can we do? What can we do? We go back to BCP and get a warrant? 3 kilometers, yeah. So 6 kilometers from one end to the other, I guess. They're not telling us we shouldn't leave, so that's... Well, it's the center of the entire space station, so yeah. You guys want to chat? Give me a clue? Anything? No? Let's go talk to Gates. Oh, God. I meant to just click on the door. Want to know the reason it says BCPD, but we call ourselves BCP? Well, the sign's been there since the building opened. Eventually, we dropped the D from the name. Then we kept the sign around. Kind of a superstition, I guess. Oh, no. We are on a space station called Beyond Coast. It's an O'Neill cylinder. So it's rotating, and it's got solar panels on the outside. Let's move to AP room and see if we can talk to Gates. Well, how's the inquiry going? He's Scottish. Chief, go ahead. Okay. Let's ask about NARC. Yes, NARC. Unfortunately, NARC is everywhere on Beyond. We have a NARC unit in AP, but it just continues to spread. No bigger problem, huh? They were talking about it on the news as well. A large percentage of the crimes which occur here are related to NARC. People have said that Tokugawa's involved with drugs, haven't they? Yes, I know what you're talking about. We weren't able to prove a thing. How much pressure does Tokugawa put on you? Look, he's got more power than every politician here put together. Naturally, we don't have jurisdiction over Ola here. There's nothing we can do. Are you thinking a murder is somehow connected to NARC? We don't know for sure yet. It's Toko provoking Tokugawa, right? Okay. That's not any topics that can help us. Okay. rotate
ジョナサン、捜査に出かけよう。
rotate through every location just to make sure you're moving. Okay. Think Tokugawa's around? No, could be a bluff. So, previously when we've left, like we went to leave the police station or we went to leave... We have to find some way to get to Sadeoki. Okay. For some reason when we've left places before and we hadn't found everything, the game kind of said we should hang around. But it's letting us leave.
正面フロントだ。
But they're letting us leave
なんか
here.
騒がしいな。なんだろう。
They're letting us leave here and come back. So I wonder if we do need to go somewhere else.
いらっしゃいませ。ただいま徳川製薬新製品発表会を行っていますので、一般の方はご遠慮願っております。
ということは、貞興はいるってわけだ。
Now, she didn't mention the party before, did she? There's a party going on there at the moment. We asked about the party? Are you sure you're not mistaken? President Tokugawa is in the garden up above. However, I can't let you through without an invitation. Don't relax with these. Okay. Okay. Who do we know who might have an invitation? I can think of one person. Oh, now it's saying, let's go. Sadeoki's in the garden. Stop, this building is off limits to the general public at the moment. We're old friends of Sadeoki. Stop it, I'm going to get angry. Man, I don't think I want to test her. Can you please let us through? Sadeoki's a friend of ours. You expect me to believe something like that? Besides, the party is a formal occasion. This is my formal way. I sleep in it too, right, Ed? Come on, Jonathan. Show proof we're friends with Tokugawa. Oh my God, we showed her the fucking photo already. Ah. We showed her this twice.
俺たちなんだ。徳川と知り合いなんだ。ポリスノーツでね。
そういうこと。
Quoted for truth.
失礼しました。すいませんでした。そちらのおひげの方はわかりますけど、あなたの方は？
若すぎるか？
ああ、長寿保障遺伝子の手術ですね。テロメアなんとかっていう。
違う。ちょっと寝坊しただけだよ。
Okay. Can we go now?
エレベーターに乗るぞ。
どうぞ。そのエレベーターで中心部のガーデンへお上がりください。
悪いな。無理言って。
いいえ。ガーデン内は無重量ですので、宇宙酔いには気をつけてくださいね。
大丈夫だ。今君に会えて夢心地だから。
Oh my God.
お上手。それじゃ、ポリスノーツさん。
Jonathan. These pickup lines, my man.
リニアモーターエレベーターだ。ホームのロープ牽引式や威圧エレベーターと違って超電導モーターを使っているので、昇降速度、乗り心地、着地精度も優れている。
Oh my God, we have to, God, Jesus. Just go up the elevator. Just have a cutscene. As the elevator's floor number display. Thing goes up to 3 digits. So everyone there has noughts in their profession then. Yes, so that Chris was a Dr. Naught, Nurse Naughts, Police Naughts, Janitor Naughts, Teacher Naughts. No. They were called the Police Naughts because they were like the first ones in space for a space station 30 years ago. It's an ad for a Tokugawa shareholder tour. They give you a tour of the Tokugawa moon plant. There's one every month. Sounds absolutely thrilling. Astro Police would be better. Oh, no, I don't mind that. Cosmonauts, Cosmo Police. It's a video phone monitor. It's off. Normally it displays views of the building. Do we have to do this? Can we just go? There's the elevators panel. We can use this to go up. Press button. Garden, here we come. Orthonauts, yes. Streamonauts. What a thrill. Okay, it's not that long. What a thrill. Oh, maybe it is that long. Maybe we should be playing Snake Eater.
Miro, コロニー内が一望だ。すごい。この疑似世界を我々人間が作ったんだ。この希薄な宇宙空間に。
人類の生命力は種の進化を超えているかもしれない。
いや、そうとも言えんよ。人類は十分自然の疾病返しを食らっている。今の人類には宇宙はまだまだ厳しい。気を抜けない危険なところだ。
俺たちが今の姿であろうとすればするほどな。
Yeah, careful of all that hubris there, mankind.
I love that. 中心部に着いたぞ。ここは無重量だ。宇宙酔いには気をつけろよ。
分かっ
Watch
た。
out for the SAS.
もう体が浮いてる。酔い止め薬はもうたくさんだ。ここへ来る機内で飲んだよ。
徳川製薬のだろ。
そうだ。
You've got Tokugawa drugs in your system, Jonathan. He owns you. Oh, there's fireworks.
まるでハーレムだな。
さあ、徳川を探そう。
Right. I've seen that guy before. That's right, he's that political hawk that's been making a name for himself lately. He's got some pull around BCP too. Damned politicians. There's one of the higher-ups at the ISPA, the International Space Promotion Agency.
パーティーのコンパニオンだ。噂によると彼女らは徳川が作り出した再生者リバーサーらしい。
リバーサー？
一種のコピー人間だ。これまでの映画女優やモデルとかの保存されてる遺伝子から全く同じ美人を作り出してるらしいんだ。オリジナルの死後20年経てばリバースの許可が出るらしい。もちろん相続権は認められない。今のところリバーサーはいわば徳川グループの血族同然だ。彼女らには何も話してはもらえんだろう。
They get very up close and personal. You could be from a hospital here, seems a little familiar. That pervert's old enough to be her father. You could talk, Jonathan. Looks like he's having fun. He's hanging out with one of the girls. That guy's from the ISPA too. Tokugawa serves as its director at the moment. He's like a kid in a swimming pool. Hanging out. He's a famous young industrialist. There are rumors he's also a drug dealer, but we haven't been able to prove it. He's been all over them since we got here. He's also ISPA. Just about everybody here is directly involved with Tokugawa. Check it out, he thinks he's Superman or something. Yeah, I recognize all these faces. You can see his glasses steaming up from here.
見たことのない演物だな。
この兵装はただごとではない。 軍用の鉛筆じゃないのか。
Its armor is clearly different from the Goddards. It's been coated with chaff, too. Chaff? It's a countermeasure for disrupting electronic equipment. With this, they can turn it into one giant jamming device. A lot of the other machines that use it are also yellow. I'd say you're right. We're looking at a military EMPS. The last thing space needs is a war. Who are you going to go to war with? Who are you going to go to war with? That's a really big gun. You wouldn't want something like this going off in zero gravity. It'll have an onboard computer to suppress the recoil, just like the Goddard. This isn't a lift gun then. Okay, we don't care about him. Exclusive hobby bringing together all these famous women. What are they doing here? Buddies of yours? They're from various mafias on home. Why are they here? We can't escape the cooking mafia. That's what's-his-face Garcia from the Spanish mafia. He's with a triad, but I don't know his name or where he sits. Oh, what? We don't have the family subsidiary of the clan? You know what I mean? That's Wakayama Komicho. He's Yakuza. She's one of Tokugawa's escorts? That's some nice service they're getting. Yeah, she's taking good care of them, all right. God, Jonathan. These guys don't look like the best of friends. Well, they are from rival organizations. They almost never meet up like this. Must have been an offer they can't refuse. Must have been an offer they can't refuse. You come to me on Beyond's birthday, and I give you an offer you can't refuse. What's that balloon for? Maybe a model of Hojo's new DDS? Okay, can we move up? No, it can't move. A movie fan would go nuts here. There's one beautiful ass. Where's a coin when you need one? Don't throw coins at the models, please. A movie fan would go nuts here. Check out those two there. Let's go say hi. They look like regular escorts. Maybe they'll talk to us in that case. Not rebirthers, huh? Let's try calling them over. Hey, you there. Just beautiful women everywhere he goes.
よかった。どうやら好意的なようだ。
やはりリバーサーじゃないようだ。
What are you drinking? He's got alcohol in him? This is a packaged moon salt. It has a stopper in it to prevent the liquid from escaping. Here you go. Jonathan, you gonna be drunk on top of sass? I feel fine. Besides, this place is full of doctors. I can float here all day with this view. Hey, beautiful. What is it, sweetie? Ask about Tokugawa, okay. Any idea where Tokugawa is? President Tokugawa should be here somewhere. My advice is to keep on looking. See Tokugawa around? President Tokugawa should be here. Here you go. You know a guy called Kenzo Hojo? Hojo? I don't know anybody by that name. Could you try and remember if you've ever met him? I don't know anything about what goes on in the company. They throw these every now and then to unveil some new product they've got. It's turned out to be pretty boring. I don't know the details, just enjoy yourself. Ask about her measurements. What are your measurements? My measurements? 34, 23, 35. All measured under 1G. So what would the measurements of this fine figure be? I just told you, okay. As one does. Her phone number. My number? You don't waste any time, do you? Are you really that interested in me? What's that EMPS for? Some sort of event? I don't know anything about it. It's the first time I've seen it here myself. Okay. They were the Policenauts. We'll talk to the other one as well. That swimsuit really flatters your legs. How's life treating you? What can I do for you? Do Do you know where we can find Tokugawa? President Tokugawa? Probably saying hello to everyone. He'll be here somewhere. Should be somewhere in the garden. How about you? Heard of Kenzo Hojo? Mr. Hojo? Never heard of him. Can you try and remember if you've ever met him? I'm sorry, I don't know anyone by that name. Okay, let's just show the photo. Who are they? I haven't seen either of them before. Okay. They throw these every now and then to unveil some new product they've got. It's turned out to be pretty boring. I like how they both think it's boring. The guests seem to be enjoying themselves. People usually like it here. You mind telling me your measurements? That kind of talk is considered sexual harassment, you know. Hooray! Somebody's finally calling Jonathan out on this shit. Hey, how about you give me a call if you hear anything about Kenzo Hojo? He'll have a phone with you, Jonathan. Yeah, you're right. Say, how about if you give me your number? Yeah, nice try. I don't give it out to strangers anyway. Maybe you know what that EMPS is for. I don't know, actually. They didn't mention it to us before the party. Let them go. Catch you later. Oh, here we go. You're shocked. You're shocked that somebody actually called Jonathan out on his behavior? There he is, Jonathan. Let's go talk to him. Okay. Female characters are called about. Yes, it's good. They are unnamed.
こちらはドクター・ゴドウィン BCCH の理事長クリスどうして
奇遇ね。
ところで要件は何だジョナサン何か鍵
Can't believe they're making the window go up and
さ
down.
すがに情報には早いな。
You got a bit of a pot belly now, don't you? Think so? Maybe it's just a 0 G's. Come on, give a guy a break. It's just the way I'm built.
久しぶりだな、サルバトーレ。ここでお前に会うとは思わなかったよ。
いつからビヨンドに
ゲイツに聞いたら地球に帰ったって。
今俺は月にいる今日はパーティーのために古巣のビヨンドに戻ってるだけだ
どうしてこのパーティーに
徳川とのしがらみさ
I heard you quit BCP. I just wasn't cut out for it. Police work ain't my thing, to be honest. One day I decided I'd had enough. That was 15 years ago. Can't do that deep voice. I was married twice, but neither of them worked out. Don't got any kids either. I'm just here on the side. I only came because I happen to have some time off. This little shindig Tokugawa's put together for everyone. Relax and enjoy yourselves. Maybe because you kept going to parties like this? What are you up to these days? Tokugawa got me a job at his moon plant. I'm the head of security there. Glad I ain't a cop no more, but it's not like I got a PhD or nothing, you know? It's pretty basic stuff. Just keeping watch over the place. Less pressure since you ain't wearing a badge either. It's one of Tokugawa's made-in-space factories. We mine lunar minerals and make drugs and rare metals under microgravity. It's located in Mare Imbrium. Let me know if you're ever in the area. I'll give you a tour. Yeah, I'll let you know if we're on the moon. Who are these people? Hey, it's us back in the day. I still think about those great times we had. What are you doing here, Chris? You look even more beautiful today, Chris. You're too nice, Jonathan. My face is a little swollen with the zero gravity, though. Not at all. I don't know why, but it only makes you look younger. Women must really love you.
まさかこんなところで会うとは。
私もよ、ジョナサン。何かの巡り合わせかしらね。
Ask about the party. I had us a launch party for their new drug capsule. I've seen all sorts of people here. Journalists, entertainers, politicians. I'm a little disappointed there aren't that many medical professionals, though. I've been wondering myself whether we should carry it at BCCH. Sorry for being so personal, but what's your relationship with Sadowelki? Well, he's a business partner, a mentor, and I guess you could say my main squeeze, too. Main squeeze? That can mean more than one thing, Jonathan. I mean in a paternal sense. No. Main squeeze has only one context, Chris. Ask about the new product. If what they say about it is true, it'll have a big impact on space development. Here's my dad. He's my main squeeze. Yes, exactly, Peaches. Exactly. I'll have to seriously consider whether it's something BCCH should be involved with. Ask about the Mafia. I saw guys from Holmes Mafia here. The Mafia? Really? That's kind of scary. I wonder why they're here. I'm sure I'll be all right as long as I've got you two around. Ask to dance. You better not, Jonathan. Not when Tokugawa's right there. Damn it. Okay, let's look at Tokugawa. Just a tiny bit older than you remember, I'm sure. No, that's Russian. Sadowelki and Salvatore didn't get any younger. Neither did Chris or I. A lot happened while you were napping.
実はあんたんとこの徳川製薬の社員が先月の15日から行方不明なんだ。
うちの社員誰だね。
北条健三、徳川製薬技術研究所 DDS 開発チーム主任。
北条君が行方不明。初耳だ。それで
So, good boss. What are your thoughts about Hojo's disappearance? Hojo is one of our employees, yes, but I haven't heard anything about him being missing. I don't really know him that well either. But he's one of your employees? Yes. We have tens of thousands of people working for us in the colony alone. I can't do a deep voice, and I'm not going to try and do a Japanese accent. What kind of person was Hojo? I remember he was serious about what he did. Real dependable guy. I ran into him a few times at meetings and parties and such, but that was it. I wonder what's happened to him. I'll have someone look into it right away. It seems you were the last person to ever see Hojo. On the 15th of last month, right here in this building, as a matter of fact. The 15th? I have no recollection of that. We haven't had any big meetings down at Pharmaceuticals lately either. I guess it's been maybe 6 months since I last saw him. You expect me to believe that? Or have you gone senile already? I told you I don't know anything about it. What's this party for? It's a get-together to unveil the latest product from our pharmaceutical division. We've invited various associates and clients. Doesn't look like your average bash to me. What's that EMPS doing here? Go on, enjoy yourself. Don't forget you're at a party. I left BCP and took over Tokugawa 20 years ago. It took me a while to get the hang of things. It's far more entertaining than my previous career anyway. I saw the holograms in the lobby. Nice family tree. I'm a businessman now. No more police work for me. I don't plan on retiring anytime soon. I got plenty of steam left in the engine yet. What's that EMPS? You trying to start a war? What's it doing at a party? That's a prototype military EMPS developed by Tokugawa Heavy Industries. It's called the Von Braun. It's going to be officially adopted by the military in 2 years' time. We invited several military officials here as well. It wouldn't have been possible without the data gleaned from AP's years of experience. What you see there will set a new benchmark for all future weapons development. That's no ordinary machine. It represents the pinnacle of Tokugawa technology. It's going to be the new symbol of the group. It's piss yellow. We took a look at the visitor log at reception. On the day Hojo disappeared, the 15th, he came here to the Tokugawa building to meet you. To meet me? Well, I never met him. Are you sure it's not some mistake? The way I see it, there are two possibilities. Either your staff's incompetent, or you think I'm an idiot. I won't stand here and take that, Jonathan. I know that you know that I know you're lying. Go ahead. Search the entire building if that's what you want. What's this new product? It's a new drug capsule Hojo developed. A capsule for both terrestrials and beyonds. It allows you to evenly distribute a controlled amount of a drug throughout the body in weightlessness. Its osmotic pressure system is more advanced than any other drug on the market. It's also extremely heat and corrosive resistant. You'll always assume I'm guilty no matter what I say. What? What's that got to do with what we asked? I got nothing to say to you about that. Did you know Lorraine was murdered on home? Lorraine. Lorraine? Who's that? Hojo's wife and my. Sorry to hear that. He has a daughter, doesn't he? I'll make sure she's taken care of. I'll get someone out there tomorrow.
私は失礼するぞ。お前の空想話に付き合っておれんのでな。
逃げるのか、貞興。
いいか、私が戻ってくる前にここから消えておくことだ。
貞興、おかしいな。
何がおかしい？
北条の失踪、このうさんくさいパーティー。何もかもおかしい。
どういうことだ？
どこまでも白を切る気らしいな。いいか、徳川製薬の看板開発者が行方不明なんだ。会社にとってもあんたにとっても大きな損失のはず。それにしてはあんたらは妙に落ち着き払ってる。
何が言いたい？
匂うんだよ。このパーティー、客人たち、北条の思想に白を切るあんたたち。
ジョナサン、私を誰だと思ってる？私は徳川グループ3代目の。
そうだ。だからなおさら匂うんだ。
ふんふんな。エド、こいつをつまみ出せ。それはできん。できん？エド、私の言うことが聞こえなかったか？もう一度言うぞ。この身寄りのない浦島太郎を連れて帰れ。今すぐだ。
俺が怖いか、貞興。
あまり調子に乗らんことだな、ジョナサン・イングラム。今の私はポリスノーツの頃の私ではない。徳川グループを、この宇宙を動かす徳川だ。
脅しか？
脅しではない。情けだよ。同じポリスノーツとしてのな。
お前はもうポリスノーツじゃない。金と権力に溺れる亡者だ。待ってろ、貞興。お前を切ってあげてやる。その化けの皮を吐いてやる。
Oh, thanks very much for the follow. Ginokos Dragon. Nice. We're just about to wrap up for the night, but it's a good time for a follow. Anytime's a good time for a follow. You know, you get kicked out of a party, you've kind of peaked.
どうだ？少しは落ち着いたか？奴らを怒らせると今より動きにくくなるぞ。
奴は何かを隠してる。絶対に北条の思想やロレインの件に関与しているはずだ。
だが証拠がない。手がかりも。
Sonneville, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We just got kicked out of a party. Good timing, good timing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think you may have missed the really hilarious Zero G scene, Ginokos Dragon. Sorry.
なんだそれ。
たった今種をまいた。
Ah.
もし奴らが何かを隠しているんなら、北条の思想に関係しているんなら動き出すはずだ。
それまで俺たちの命があればな。
すまないけど巻き込んでしまって。
いいんだよ。俺もこのまま窓際で朽ち果てるわけにはいかん。それよりうちで飯でも食ってくか？娘の料理は最高だ。
いいのか？
もちろんさ。歓迎するよ。
The lethal weapon is
多い
continues.
方が楽しい。娘たちも喜ぶ。
エド。
We haven't tried to shoot in zero gravity yet, so maybe we haven't seen it
それ
yet.
にお
So
前が帰ってきてくれて嬉しい。
Sorry, you managed to raid mid cutscene, so I didn't want to interrupt the voice acting. Thanks so much for raid again. Welcome, Raiders. I'm Mystical Machine Gun. I'm a retro variety streamer streaming on Wednesday and Friday nights. We play series here. My series I'm currently playing through a Metal Gear and Phantasy Star. We beat all the mainline Metal Gear games, so we're doing some more Kojima stuff. So we did Snatcher, we're doing Policenauts, we'll be doing Death Stranding, we'll be doing Metal Gear Survive. So yes, thank you very much. Welcome in Kadoka's Dragon. Hope I'm pronounced that right. Focked. Lord Azure, Free Needles, Queer Mint. Welcome. And thank you for the follow, Merbo, and thank you for the follow, Scrub J. Let's do it. Let's drop a save and let us continue a bit longer. So from a general plot perspective, we just beat Act 1. There you go. Good timing. We're no longer policenauts, now we're astronauts. I forgot, was this game a single CD? It's 2 CDs. Because I always wondered why the music is mono. I feel like there's probably a handover from the PC 9801 version that had an OPN sound chip with a single ADPCM source on it, which was mono all. I don't know what all that means. No, it's 2 CDs, yeah. It's fucking San Francisco. It's the Full House house.
すぐ近くにリニアレールのサウスガーデン駅がある。リニアレールは浮上走行なんで騒音や振動はそれほど問題にならないんだ。
帰るところがあるのは羨ましいよ。
そうだな。うちに帰るとホッとするよ。さあ、遠慮せずに入ってくれ。
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I love working with that stuff. I'm scared to touch it myself, you know, but subtitles are on, captions are on. There is no stereo mono. Subtitles are on. Cool. Okay, cool. This is just San Francisco. This is just the Full House house. Everywhere you look. These look like the houses you found in San Francisco. Great minds, Jonathan. This is a standard type of house for residential lots here. I'm after Raid Alert. Need to get ready for bed. Absolutely appreciate it, Sonnenfeld. Always welcome to raid and run if you need to get to bed. But thanks so much. Hope you had a good stream, and I'll catch you soon. Don't worry. It doesn't have a garden, but we do have 2 floors. I still have 5 years left on my mortgage. God, dude, you're nearly at retirement age. What's going on? Yeah, it makes sense the game would be mono audio only because there's no way to play a stereo stream on the NEC PC90. Ah, okay. So that like they would have ported it over from the PC 9801, and so like it would have been coded in mono. So they probably just went, who cares? But do you remember having to set your Mega Drive or your SNES and you actually had it was actually an option, and there's actually an option on the CRT to have mono or stereo sound. Oh, and my CRT had 2 speakers on the front. That meant I could have stereo. You can't make the lights that big. You can't make the lights that big since the surface of the colony isn't completely flat. That's why they like the houses you see in San Francisco with all its hills. It's totally not because Kojima is obsessed with American stuff. We go inside? Go inside. The entrance says a lot about a house, don't you think? I think getting stereo on the Mega Drive, you had to go through the headphone connector or something stupid like that on the early monitor. Yes, I think so. I had a Mega Drive too, so I think that was okay. Oh my lord, what is this camera angle?
あらパパ、おかえり。
おう、ただいま。ゼロ G 体操の練習だったのか？
新しいユニフォームなの。どう？
ちょっと見えすぎじゃないのか。
もうそんなことばっかり。素材が決め手なのよ。流行の天然複合新素材。朝の吸収力がいいんだって。
俺は中身の方が興味ありだね。
ほら、ヨナさん、娘だぞ。
パパ、こちらはお客さん？
ああ、今日はパパの古い友人を連れてきた。
Who's immediately being a creep to his daughter.
足りなかったらパパの分減らすわね。
勝手にしてくれ。
アナです。
Another raid.
ジョナサン・イングランだ。
Whiskey Juliet, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders.
ジョナサン、あなたが。パパからよく聞いてるわ。
マーク、パパの友達のジョナサンだ。挨拶は
If he can, I think so. I think it counts.
気を悪くせんでくれ。
You're a double.
マークは精神的な病気なんだ。言葉を持たん。自閉症のようにな。さあな、着替えて飯の支度を頼む。
そうね。このユニフォーム、1時以下で試着してると疲れるの。
残念だな。脱いじゃうのか？
まあ、パパの友達は理解があるわ。
アンナ、早くしてくれ。
You managed to raid when our main character is in massive creep mode.
バカにしとる。
Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Mystical Machine Gun, retro variety streamer. We play series playthroughs, and I don't know why I'm playing through the series. Kojima, get in the bin.
ジョナサン、ゆっくりしてくれ。疲れだろ。
Oh, I hope your eye's okay. Total Annihilation is awesome. I played that back in the day. It is to be expected. And Rosie, yes, I know the answer to this is going to be because anime and Kojima, but exactly. Everybody, they must, because they're on a space station, maybe it's temperature controlled. I think it's the Beretta. I do think it's the Beretta. He hasn't mentioned it for a while. Yes, welcome in, everybody. Thank you very much for the raid. Really appreciate it. Total Annihilation. I had that on, God, I had that 3 PCs ago. There's no way to escape the loot, exactly. Let us hope they don't try and thank you very much for the follow. Let's hope they don't try and go deeper into the, the younger kids' autism from a 90s perspective. Let's hope we just avoid that discussion altogether. I was playing it on a K6 340. Oh, rad. Does it have a turbo button? Oh, Eurasia's going to guide the raid when we get there, so Moss Bios. Hopefully they're still going in a little bit. I just know he's like the only person using a traditional recoil firearm on the space colony. And that's really not fun to try and use in 0G. 0G, not 0C. It does, but it does quite... Yeah, but it just having a turbo button makes it faster. You press it, and a little light goes on. Doesn't matter if it's actually not doing anything. You feel like it's faster. At least that's what I felt about the 486 that my dad brought home from work. Oh, those are the days. It's a solar chandelier Catherine brought. You see, it draws in sunlight during the day. Makes the room a little brighter. You can still use it at night, of course. Use the turbo button. I remember the turbo button was to slow the machine down. Use the turbo button to make it slower. What? No, it made game go fast. It's turbo. Oh, that is an excellent emote. Oh, I love that. That's got detail. How did you fit that in the size? That's my wife, Catherine. She passed away 5 years ago. She liked purple. She really turned some heads back in her day. Oh, everybody's wife's dead in this game. It's supposed to set the CPU to the lowest clock frequency, or specifically, I think this is only on 286 machines. Slow the machine down to 8086 speeds. I drew it on a stream in DOS using VGA Paint. Oh, wow. Streamer and artist. You've got me beat for talents already. I got neither of those talents. I really miss those days. Everything just felt so right. I've got this picture too. You made a copy of it for me. Look at that stud. Look at these moats, peeps. Very good. Look at you. You look like you walked straight out of the photo. Yes, we did. Gonna drop a lurk, but I'll be back soon. Need to sort myself out. Well, thank you for the lurk. Hope you sort yourself out well. Remember cameras baking the date on the photo? I do remember. My wife still has some photo albums.
この絵はコンクールで入賞したんだ。
何で描いたの？
おう、 子供用のグラフィックノートだ。ピクノ8。これはそのデータをプリントアウトしたものだ。
It's a good picture.
この風景は地球のものらしい。
Is this meant to be Mark? That's what his doctor says. It looks like he's trying to tell you something. He's trying to tell you, I want a flying giraffe. That's pretty obvious. Is this a horse? It's got wings. Is it Pegasus? Is this pig flying? This is the moon. Yes, thank you, Jonathan. It's the crescent moon. These look like skyscrapers. Judging from their size relative to the mountains anyway. These are some kind of trees. They look like ones from home. You don't get trees this size on Beyond. What I want. I just recently got a new tower. It's got LED lights and all this fancy stuff on it. Give me a beige box. Here's the idea now. I've been given an idea. Give me a beige box for my newest PC. And whenever you want to play retro games or whatever, you press the turbo button and it just boots up DOSBox X. It goes, here you go. I used to leave this music on infinite repeat and forget it's even playing. The soundtrack is awesome. It's so good, and it's all on YouTube, so you can just listen to it whenever. I have all the music to Policenauts PSX taken directly from the CD image, like the original format the PSX program itself uses. Since it's all mono, wouldn't that be worse? Wouldn't you want the soundtrack CD? I'm not sure. But yeah, the music, no complaints about the music whatsoever, except they use the girls tune too often. Speaking of retro stuff, they loop seamlessly. Ah, okay, so from the files, yeah. Yeah, I understand that. Yep, for sure. Nothing worse than an awkward loop. Like, that's the TV. It's one of those old CRTs. You want to watch something? Yes. Oh, let's turn it on. It'll probably be Karen on the news. It'll probably be the news. Maybe it won't be the news. It's the news! Like every other television in this game. Beyond Coast Broadcasting, Eurozy. No, this is the other BBC. Not that other BBC.
本日の太陽フレア予報です。昨日から今日にかけて大きな太陽フレアもなく、今日一日大量の放射線の心配はありません。放射線量も微量で安定しているでしょう。シールド注意報も解除されています。以上、カレン北条がお伝えしました。
I'm sure it makes way more sense in the original Japanese, but yes, the first time you turn on a TV on the plane, Jonathan actually says the British Broadcasting Corporation.
彼女まだ復帰してないはずだからな。
And the guy he's talking to goes, no, it's Beyond Coast Broadcasting. So I guess in Japanese it must be Beyond Broadcasting Coast or whatever.
花の誕生日に買ってやったんだ。あの有名な LS の超高級バッグだ。
This is the end thing, apparently. I don't have a clue when it comes to this stuff. Neither do I. If I ever learned piano, I'd probably play this on an actual piano. It would be really nice. It's a really nice little tune. It's Anna's theme, yeah? You get a lot of counterfeits floating around these days. What's up? Ask about Anna. She really is a nice kid. I'm so proud of her. I know I can count on her. She takes after her mother. See that poster on the wall? She's pretty good at zero-G gymnastics. We didn't look at the poster. She gets her athleticism from me. Really? I know, Ed's old. It's okay. Why did I look at the poster? We had this poster made from a photo of Anna. This is when she came in second in the ribbon event at the zero-G gymnastics competition. Nice looking girl, isn't she? Good thing she didn't get a look from you. That would be one fugly poster. You'll be here all week, huh? This is the ribbon you use in the ribbon event. It's designed to open up in zero gravity. Okay, let's stop looking at his daughter's ass. Okay. She does everything around the house now that Catherine's gone. I owe her a lot. She must be popular with the boys, judging from that poster. Man, I'm dying of hunger here. Yeah, good. Yeah. When Jonathan starts talking like that, Ed just changed the subject. Ask for a copy? No, God, no.
マークは絵だの？
見ての通り、マークは肌の色が違う。俺の子じゃない。マークは養子なんだよ。マークはある事件の生存者なんだ。その時に本当の両親を失っている。
そうだったのか。
It's late tonight. I wonder what's taking so long. Gotta ask about the incident.
キャサリンが亡くなった暑い年だった。ナーク中毒者が正気を失って家族を襲うという事件が起きた。中毒者は自分の妻をナイフでめった突きにし、息子まで巻き添えにしようとした。俺は現場に居合わせ、その子を守るために男を射殺した。その子の目前で俺はあの時から銃を抜けなくなったんだ。デカとしては命取りだよ。
Sure, pal. Yeah, I'm not sure how zero-G gymnastics makes sense either, because I could do zero-G gymnastics. Couldn't anybody? Do you do the shooting portion with the mouse? No, unfortunately not. We are actually on a PS3 running a PS1 game via the PS3 because I was emulating it on DuckStation, but then the emulation computer I was using died. And if I run OBS and the emulator on the same machine, then OBS really struggles and the stream struggles. So having it run through the PS3 and a capture card means the stream, runs pretty smoothly. But it also means I can't do fun stuff like have a mouse because I suck at the shooting bits. Mark's illness. God, why am I quoting that?
あの事件のショックで口が聞けなくなった。両親が目前で殺されたんだ。あの子のショックは相当なものだったに違いない。
さっき自閉症とか言ってたが、精神的なショックでは自閉症にならないんじゃ。
You can't.
正確に言うと自閉症ではないんだ。わかりやすいと思ってな。緘黙症とかいうらしい。無理に話そうとすると痙攣するんだ。無言症とも言われるらしいが、マークは言葉では自分を表現できないんだ。
それで絵を描かせてるのか。
マークは一日中絵を描いてるか、古い映画を見ているかだ。
マークとはうまくいってるのか。
いや、俺のことを父親としては見てくれてないだろう。
そうなのか。
マークは俺を憎んでる。
エド、いつかは心を開いてくれるさ。
そう思いたい。しかしマークは。
焦ることはないじゃないか。時間をかければ話せるようになるさ。エドはマークを
愛してる。
なら気長に待つことだ。
I'm honestly surprised OBS doesn't struggle on my shoebox of a PC. The temps do get as high as 67 degrees, especially when running two emulators at the same time, DOSBox and Nuke YKTs. Ooh, that's cool. Let's get you a shout out then while we're here. Yeah, it all depends on how you set up OBS as well. Like you can make OBS take up lots of lots of resources if you really want. Especially if you try and depending on the encoding, depending on what encoder you're picking and all that sort of stuff. There's lots of ways you can make OBS beefier. All depends. Because then, of course, the emulators could be using software, could be using hardware, depends on what your graphics card is, depends on how you offload all the stuff. So, yeah. The laptop doesn't have, a dedicated graphics card like a tower PC would. So while I would be able to run OBS kind of via CPU and RAM, I can't run the emulator via GPU. You know what I mean? So that's why it also struggles. Anyway, I've got a new tower sourced. It's all going to be good. Everything's going to be great, but it was a bit too late. I honestly wonder how much the software encoder can scale if you threw like that crazy Ryzen Threadripper with the 128 threads. I don't remember how many cores. I don't even know. I don't know. I'm not up to date with graphics cards and stuff. But yes, you cannot get autism from seeing your parents get shot in front of you. This kid is traumatized. Hey, Ed, how about therapy? This kid's got PTSD. Anyway. I gave Mark a tablet PC to try and give him a way to express himself. Sounds like a good idea. That's quite a picture he drew. I thought maybe he could communicate through pictures, I don't know how much difference it's making. Man, I'm dying of hunger here. She's the reason I stuck it out here. I miss her every single day. You saw her picture. Didn't think I'd find a pretty girl to marry me, did you? I met her at BCP. She was a cop too. One day she comes along and gives me a ticket for parking in front of the station. It's late tonight. I wonder what's taking so long. Oh my God. Get over the food. What do you mean it can't be PTSD? Peaches. After we got married and had Anna, she quit her job and started working part-time in a weightless area. She eventually developed kidney stones because of it. Oh, God. Part of the calcium that your bones lose in weightlessness collects in the kidneys. How do you treat something like that? The only thing they could do for her was a kidney transplant. But there was a real shortage of organs back then, even more than today. 80% of people on the waiting list died before a donor was found. It must have been terrible to have her die waiting for a transplant.
用意ができたわ。パパ、どうぞジョナサン。
ジョナサン、飯にしよう。
Thanks for the shout out. Still need to get back to streaming so that a really close individual pay visit April 1st, stay the whole month. 7th thought it was a really play.
さあ、召し上がって。
Sounds like a good way to spend the month. What is that? Is that like a suitcase? It's a neat little gadget. You must carry it around everywhere. Oh, it's a tablet. Okay. Pictures are Mark's only way of expressing himself. God, there's so much food. It's all steaming. Looks good. The kid's hair is so green. Looks like he keeps his tablet with him even at the table. But the only time he doesn't have it is when he's taking a bath. He's always off in his own world.
マーク、なかなか絵が上手だね。地球へ来たら一緒にスケッチしようか。
Yeah, very classy.
おじさんも絵を描くんだ。今度見せてあげようか。
ジョナサン、マークお前に懐いているよ。普通なら他人と食事は一緒にしない。
そうか。
珍しいことだが、多分そのタバコだろう。
タバコ？
マークはタバコに興味があるんだ。
He
古い
does?
映画なんか見るとタバコ吸ってるでしょ。
はは。映画ファンらしいからな。
マークはあれに憧れてるの。
実際にタバコを加えた人間を見るのはお前が初めてだ。
マーク、いい趣味してるよ。
So here you always carry that tablet around. We're not going to pester the kid anymore, are we? He's not going to talk to us. Look at the food. Those are vegetables grown in Beyond Agricultural Ring. Look, Policenauts is fine. I think Snatcher's a bit more snappy, bit faster, bit less text. Policenauts has way more text, so it's more of a case of I'd probably be having more fun with it if I didn't have to read every single word aloud. And of course, there's also Jonathan harassing every woman he comes across, which is like, good lord, man. They're ultra high pressure sterilized, so they're fresher than heat sterilized ones. They don't use any pesticides or chemical additives here. They'd end up polluting the cellars. It's not a direct sequel, BGH. It's as kind of the next one they did. Nah, I don't think it ties into it at all. I think they're just kind of separate stories altogether. Because in Snatcher in the future, there's no space station and Earth has been decimated and stuff like that. So yeah, Mega City Snatcher is great. It's really fun. It's one of my favorites. They don't need to use them. We have virtually no insects that would damage any crops. Yes, the Kremlin building. Yes, for sure. Hey, Ed. Yeah, I'm listening. What do you think about everything that's happened? Well, we haven't really got any physical evidence or leads, but I'm with you. The whole thing stinks. Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals is hiding something. We need evidence sufficient enough to allow BCP to open an official investigation. God, I just want to sit back and chill out.
本当にいい家族だな。
俺の唯一の自慢だ。ただマークのことはあるかな。
大丈夫さ。時間が解決してくれる。
だといいが。
Yes, that was above Freddy's bathroom. That's right. Even though the PC Engine CD-ROM version of Snatcher has the same cut content that didn't make it to the NEC PC 8801, the Mega CD version had new tracks specific to that port. Yes, its soundtrack rips. So good. You must be busy a lot, what with 2 kids. I really do owe you an apology, Ed. I got you into this without knowing your situation. That wasn't right. It's okay. It's time I turn things around. Something tells me he's already dead. That's the feeling I get. Yeah, this is a good dinner table conversation. That guy followed Lorraine all the way to home. She must have known something too. They wanted to shut her up. Those capsules were obviously worth killing for, but why? Can't you keep work away from the dinner table, Dad? Why are you guys just trying to enjoy your dinner? You think they'd go after Karen? It doesn't look like she knows anything. She'll probably be alright. As long as she doesn't do anything to arouse any suspicion. Dad, work can wait, can't it? It looks like this thing goes way beyond Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. Tokugawa himself has to be involved too. Oh, he's definitely involved. Okay. Come on, Dad, eat up. What are we drinking? That's calcium milk. Why is it yellow? One of Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals' functional foods. It's got casein phosphopeptides in it, so it's a good source of calcium. I say milk, but it's actually soy milk. This is artificial salt made with omethine and taurine. Natural salt contains sodium ions, which are bad for you. This salt is perfect for eating. We could just look at the food all day. You're really cute, Anna. You look just like your mother. Try telling my dad that. What does that mean? Hey, Anna. Yeah? Ask about her.
アナ、好きな人いるのかい？恋人とか。
おらんおらん。
もうパパと
You know they say blue-haired people should stick together.
好きな人できたわ。
こらこいつはダメだぞ。
どうして？
一緒に同行して分かった。やっぱりこいつはスケベだ。女となればすぐに声をかける。
エド。
Do you always do the cooking? Yeah, I love to cook, but I'm beyond. Nutritional balance is more important than taste, especially when it comes to calcium. Do you like school, Anna? What's your major? You do any sports? Yeah, it's great. My major is bioethics. As for sports, I do 0G rhythmic gymnastics. I've got plenty of friends, all girls though. How does calcium fit in with your diet here? What's important isn't so much the amount of calcium, but the balance between the calcium and the phosphorus. If there's too much phosphorus, your body won't be able to absorb the calcium. I do 0G rhythmic gymnastics, so I always try to make sure I get enough calcium. Well, blacks have naturally higher calcitonin levels anyway, so it's not as bad for me. Stick to politics, Kojima. Not the racial stuff. I think it's the coolest sport around. There's friction between the Zero-G Gymnastics Association and Beyond's Board of Education over the calcium loss issue, though. Its critics say it isn't good for kids who are still growing. I saw your poster. Don't worry. That thing's going to take off like you won't believe. It's even better than mud wrestling. Oh, my God. Remember mud wrestling? Jesus Christ. With all the advances in science over the years, like organ transplantation and gene therapy, everybody is an expert on everything in space. We've entered territory some say is reserved for God. This game, is this writing just grand? We study other issues as well, like artificial fertilization, surrogate mothers, cloning, and the relationship between comas, persistent vegetative states, and organ transplantation. Let's just eat. Touch it different. This looks much more appetizing to me. You say something, Jonathan? Oh, God, that means eat Anna. Fuck's sake. I most definitely did not. I'm telling you, keep your hands off my daughter. I'll fucking kill you. Tempura. It's hard getting seafood here, so it's a little different from the tempura on home. It consists mainly of micro-organic proteins. Can we just eat? Why are you holding back, Jonathan? Eat as much as you want. I made plenty for all of us. Yeah, it's heaps of food. What's these plates? They look different from regular plates. They've got sensors in them that record the number of calories and portion sizes. They beep if you go over the amount you've set them to. I feel like a damned farm animal. Oh, God, how do we get through this? This is Odin. Basically, it's a bunch of things mixed together. It's popular with the Japanese cuisine boom going on right now. You should eat up, Mark. Go ahead and try something, Jonathan. We looked at the salad. It's a vegetable salad. It's really good. I don't mind a good Caesar salad, but this, let's eat it. Fuck's sake. That's every woman's face who talks to you, Jonathan. That is all of their reactions. That's unohana, also called okara. It's soybean curd. Soybean curd? That seems to be an awful lot. Yeah, I think I made too much. God, is he going to hate everything? He's going to hate everything. Cares away. Let's try this one. Start? Yeah, W-H-E-Y. Dad, can you not invite Jonathan over again? He sexually harassed me as soon as he walked through the door, and then every time he ate anything I made, he looked like he was going to vomit. Oh my God, he doesn't even like the milk. I think you just got the palate of a baby, Jonathan, based on the beer cans and cigarettes. Actually, that's the twist. If you eat enough stuff, he'll just go like, everything tastes like it's from an ashtray. Oh, wait, that's me. That's right, the Western guy hating Japanese food. Ha ha ha, because I love Japanese food. It's crazy. Or is it the trope that the girl can't cook or whatever? Is that, I don't know. How to proceed. Yeah, exactly. Japanese, Chinese, it's all very popular. Cigarettes, exactly. Very 80s. Reminds me of my grandmother.
どうもこういうじれったいやり方は性に合わない。
仕方がない。ここは OLA じゃないんだ。
ジョナサン、どんどん食べてね。冷めちゃったけど。
Yeah, yeah. No, I think so. You're right. Canucka's
お前は
Dragon.
違ってまだ30代だからな。
Thank God the phone rang.
はい、ブラウンです。え？どちら様ですか？ええ。はい。はい、そうです。お待ちください。パパ、ビデオフォンよ。ちょっと変なの。音声信号だけでカプセ
Mysterious.
ルのことで話したいって。
Uh-oh.
カプセル？はい、エド・ブラウンだ。誰だ？
誰でもいい。あんたらの損になる話じゃない。いいか、よく聞け。AMM に来るんだ。あの探偵も連れてこい。北条健三のことについて嗅ぎ回ってんだろう。
どうしてそれを？
なことはどうでもいい。来るのか来ないのか。
わかった。AMM だな。
いい話が聞けるぜ。AMM のパイオニアの前に
パイオニ
来ればわかる。俺の名はナインスターズ。じゃあね、ポリスノーツ。
Ooh. A mysterious phone call. Should we call them Deep Throat? Oh, no, just back to
ア。ゼロ
them.
さん、マイタネが目を出したぞ。タレコミだ。
餌にかかったか。どうだ
AMM 宇宙飛行士記念博物館。
すぐ乗り込もう。
待って、全部食べてからにしてよ。まだ時間はあるわ。冷めちゃったけど。
花、ごちそうさま。美味しかったよ。
ジョナサン？
また今度。
Liar.
もう知らない。
マーク、今度絵を見せてくれな。
行くぞ、ジョナサン。
誰だろう。
行けばわかる。しかしあのビデオ本、聞いたことのある声だった。
Ah, yes, I remember that.
いいタイミングでタレコミが入って助かった。アナには悪いな。
お前はいい。俺は毎日だ。毎日わけのわからんものを食
Oh,
わさ
there
れ
you
る
go. Ed doesn't like it either, so she's just a terrible cook.
お前が作るよりマシだろ。再婚でもするか。
これ以上厄介はごめんな。
なら我慢するんだな。
All right. Let me leave
宇宙
you.
飛行士記念博物館 AMM だ。
Don't talk, mystical, until you see the cursor.
週末だから観光客も多い。その方が安全だと思ったんだろう。
信用して大丈夫だろうか。
ここで思案してもどうにもならん。さあ、そろそろ約束の時間だ。指定の場所へ急ごう。
Right, the cursor's there. Now we can talk. Yeah, I think I played that voicemail message. I'm not sure. Can't remember. It was a month ago. But I'll leave you with that cliffhanger of who could the informant be. And that's something to look forward to next week, next Wednesday. I did save, didn't I? No, I saved. There we go. That's that one. Don't stress. Don't stress. It's all okay. It's okay. Now, we need to move confidently into the end of the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much, everybody. That was amazing. Never had so many raids. Thank you, Whiskey Juliet, for the raid. Thank you, Sonneveld, for the raid. Thank you, the Baronade, for the raid. Thank you, Dreamy Magenta Sheep, for the raid. Thank you, the Baronade, for the follow. Thank you, Yuma Zero. Kanokos Dragon, Scrub J, Murbo, Whiskey Juliet, thanks for the follows. Lovely to meet you too. Eurosi has chosen to guide the raid, so we'll see if Mos Bios is still playing. We'll be raiding Mos Bios. And yes, I'm on the floppy mug. What is it? It's like, is it like store.streamelements.com/boardgameheaven, something like that? I have ordered it. Yes, we'll check out Mos Bios, and I will make a Policenauts end screen because I had not made one yet. I found out, but always a pleasure. We'll see you Friday for Fantasy Star Portable. We'll be kicking it off. Excited to play some more Fantasy Star. It's been a little while. And yes, Mos Bios is still playing Metal Gear Solid 4. Let's go there. Let's have some more Metal Gear. So thank you for joining me as always, and I hope that wherever you are in the world, you have a wonderful morning, afternoon or evening, and I'll catch you very soon. I have not hit the start raid button. That would be helpful. If I hit that button, then we can raid. That's how it works. No, thank you very much. It's been awesome. Catch you soon.